a day. And then I said, I don't want to do it anymore because I think you do it too hard. Hey, welcome back
to dudes. Huh?
I'm Mike is my name.
Jay.
We're making videos about movie stuff.
So
how's it going?
No, it's fine. No, dude, it's exhausting as hell. I got the new puppy. I was gonna bring it on camera, but I had to put it like I was late to even get on screen because we had to put it down because it's cranky because it's didn't get.
Oh, we're not getting puppy. I thought we were for sure getting puppy.
I mean, if it wakes up again, I might bring it on. But I was like, fuck. I was like, I might just take it back. Dude, it's exhausting as fuck. Holy shit.
Oh man, I want puppy.
No, it's a cool dog, but it is, dude. Where we had to go to pick it up, we had to go to a place called Boneville in Kentucky, and it's deep. It's like deep in the butt cracks of eastern Kentucky. It's out there. It's a scary ass road, dude. Like I felt like there was like a swamp witch with a hut somewhere. I felt like I was driving in Pumpkinhead to meet the witch and like fucking resurrect Pumpkinhead. But yeah, it's a cool dog, but it's like I don't know, dude, like I forgot about all the Jesus Christ, the nonstop. You have to keep it from everything, from tearing up your shit. Like it's constant outside all the time, whining, barking.
Did it bite your nose?
Oh yeah, it bit the fuck out of my nose, my lip, everything.
That's actually a dog bite.
Yeah, dude. I guess I got a huge fucking honker because it likes to go after my nose too.
They're just puppy bites, though, right? Like, does it actually hurt?
Thomas, it's what. Well, no, yeah, it's got me. I also got like a pimple somewhere too, so it didn't help that at all. It kind of made the target a little bit bigger to hide. But thank you for bringing it to everyone's attention. That was my solid attention. That was my intention when I was going to come on here. I was like, I want everybody to look at my fucking red ass nose. But anyway, the other thing is, Tomo said that's why you get puppy boxes. I'm not crate training it. I didn't crate train Buster, so like we have a playpen. It rips that shit up, dude. Like it's goddamn. Like King Kong the fuck out of it.
You're gonna have to get a crate, dude. You're not gonna be able to leave your house.
Yeah, I will.
How? You're gonna come home?
April will be here. No, April will be here.
You guys can't go somewhere together at the same time ever?
She better get used to fucking DoorDash.
That's crazy, dude. That's no way to live life.
Don't you tell me how to live life, devil woman.
You guys can't make it to where you both can't go somewhere together ever again. That's crazy.
I'm perfectly happy staying in my fucking box, ho. I don't know about you. I don't need to go. I don't need to go out every 5 fucking minutes and be like, yeah, let's do it. Fuck that. I don't need to. I'll just get DoorDash and have a good fucking time where I am. I'm happy with that. All right.
That's you know, you could do a whole live stream about what you just said. You could do a whole live stream.
I know, and everyone would agree with me. But no, I actually we'll probably wind up. I mean, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But the crate training is not going to work because we live in an apartment. We can't have a fucking squalling ass dog and then get a noise ordinance on us.
Yeah, but I mean, like they won't stay and do that.
Jay put the dog on a firm. No, actually, it sucked. I paid with real money, and I didn't like that at all. I was thinking about if they had a firm, but they didn't. By the way, how bad was the hate on Mortal Kombat? It had to be massive.
Listen, dude, this speaking of stuff you could do a whole stream on. I even had in mind to like go through the comments and read them out loud because
everybody hated it.
No, I mean, not everyone. There's people that agree with this, but I'll tell you what, the people who disagreed with us most of them, 90% of them did not do so logically or like normal human beings.
You mean people on the internet weren't logical? Oh my Lord.
It's crazy. The comments were wild. People were really upset. One guy even told him, I was like, David, if I gave you some money out of my wallet right now, would that ease your concerns? And he's like, that guy's like, it's poop, Ron, poop. Some guy was like, I'm unsubscribing. You can tell you guys don't play the games. You don't play Mortal Kombat.
Here's the thing.
The Batman Baxter.
I thought about going on the high season watching it, and I was like, but why? My initial reaction to it was true. I don't think it was a terrible movie, and we didn't even rate it below a 5. Which for some reason people think that like this should be like a 10++. It's insane to me.
It's crazy, dude. Like, I mean, if you don't, and again, don't get me wrong, if you like the movie, you like it, we're obviously in the minority. It's got a positive score across the board. But again, like you said, we both gave it an above average score. I gave it, I think, a 6. You gave it a 5.5. And people are acting like we literally broke in their house and picked up their small white dog and threw it in front of a moving truck, like what happened in The Punisher. I mean, people are so upset, and there's just a bunch of people why this one's made for the gamers. Yeah, and I'm like, well, what if none of us went to see it, and then you never got a sequel? Yeah, how would that be? You stupid fucking idiot.
I don't get this. Like what The acting was pretty atrocious in a lot of it. I don't.
It
like,
was
that's
terrible.
That was first and foremost, dude. I didn't go into the movie. I went into the movie wanting it to be better than the '95 Mortal Kombat. So I was trying to give it as many like leeways as I could. But dude, sometimes it was just dog shit. I couldn't just not be like, oh yeah, it was great. When Mike said we were watching it together, Mike's like, it felt like a Mortal Kombat thing. I was like, dude, or not a Mortal Kombat, a Power Rangers thing. I was like, that's when it clicked. I was like, dude, it really does. They're like, guys, for the fate of the earth. All right, let's get together and go through the portal, whoop that ass. And then they come back and they're like, man, what happened? I don't know. Just the acting was corny. The best parts of the acting was Shao Kahn. He was good. Kano was good. And Carl Urban. But even Carl Urban, some of the lines just didn't work. I don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, Katana was good, but they didn't tell us in the previews, like, hey, this movie's about Katana, by the way. The entire thing.
I didn't get,
Katana.
I thought it was about Johnny Cage, but it is what it is. I don't care.
Misleading. It was misleading in that he was an afterthought, in my opinion. And again, stuff like, and no spoilers, whatever. I know we talked about doing a spoiler stream, but we didn't want to isolate people who didn't have a good chance to go see it. But like, one of the most interesting parts of the trailer was Johnny Cage sitting at the Comic-Con and nobody at his booth, you know, like a fading star. And that scene was literally all the scene in the trailer, the entire part of that in the movie. That was it. I mean, literally that was it. And then you go right to, I don't know, like it was fine. It was half decent. It doesn't touch 95. The martial arts were bad in my opinion. Jade was corny as hell.
Dude, listen, the choreography that they did with the fight sequences in Mortal Kombat 95 outclasses this by a mile. By a fucking mile. The best there's one or two really good fight sequences in Mortal Kombat 2. The one I can't spoil the guy that Liu Kang fights. That's a really good one. That's a good fight sequence that happens at the Pillar of Souls. I believe that's where
because of the special effects, not because of the fighting, you know.
Yeah, well, the choreography in that particular sequence wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad, but it was on par. It was average. It was like an average fight scene that you would see in the 95 Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 1, the 95 had some badass fucking fight sequences. The Gorgo one with Johnny Cage, and even though they were using puppeteering for the Gorgo arms, was still good. The best fight sequence of that, in my opinion, was the reptile fight.
Careful, don't call him Gorgo. I got about 1,000 comments that you called him Gorgo.
Apparently goddamn, suck a left nut. Holy shit.
You can't call him Gorgo, Jay. All right, stop.
I'll call him Jeremy.
I called Jax Drax on accident, and honest to God, someone actually like burned themselves alive.
So my JT Cousins just it's not a spoiler. It's not. I didn't know if it was a spoiler or not about who Liu Kang fights in the Pillar of Souls. If it's not a spoiler, I don't know. I just don't want to take the chance.
I don't even know who you're talking about when you say Gorgo. By the way, I'm not sure who you're confusing.
The forearm guy. The forearms. Goro
from the original.
Yeah. I was talking about the 95 Mortal Kombat movie when he fights Johnny Cage.
You just added an extra G in there. Big goddamn deal. It's like when I said Drax instead of Jax. They're like, we've got some casuals. I
remember a few years ago, they wanted to crucify McCrackle because I said Black Mantis instead of Black Mana. They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
You guys know you can enjoy a movie without it having to be your entire fucking personality. I mean, like, honest to God, like every movie is either the greatest thing of all time or the worst thing of all time. I mean, there are people actually slapping their grandmothers because we gave Mortal Kombat 2 an above average score, but it wasn't a 10. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, here's the thing.
Nuts.
I mean, I don't know. And I know we have a show we're going to talk about. We're not going to just talk
about.
This is
part of the show. I mean, it's part of the itinerary.
I just wanted to make sure that people understand, like, that at least we were giving you a fair criticism for the movie. We didn't come in there and just throw a bunch of like roses at its feet because apparently it's supposed to piss off critics. Like, that's why it's like some people are just liking it because it pisses off all the right people according to certain groups. I don't know, or something like that. But I'll be fair to a movie. If I see a movie and it looks like shit, even if I'm a fan of the franchise, I'll say it looks like it's shit. It's dog water. If I like it and everybody else hates it, I'll say I like it. I just don't get what people want. Like, I'm not going to fake a fucking score because everyone else, I saw all the thumbnails before I went and see it. It's like, greatest Mortal Kombat movie of all time, ranked top 1. I'm going to name my kid Mortal Kombat. It's so fucking good. I saw all the fucking praise, and you could be fake about it and say it was great and not be true. I don't know, man. Like, if you like the movie, that's cool. If you enjoyed the sequences, if you enjoyed the characters and their backstories and whatnot, that's fine. I think a lot of it moved at a stealth pace. I think the acting and a lot of it was I think so. I just saw somebody in the comments say it right. Hammy. That's a good word for it. It was very hammy. It was very cheesy. I am Baraka. I am Liu Kang. Okay. Robin Shu did it a million times better with a lot more charm. I'm sorry.
Honest to God, like Liu Kang literally, like, the fight, like I said, they did cool stuff with his powers, right? But like every single scene, he was just like mermaning it. Like, he had no personality whatsoever at all. Like, and people are like, "You're crazy." I'm like, "What did he do? What acting did that guy do?" Like, he just showed up and was like, "I'm Liu Kang," and I was like, "This is just it." And then someone's like, "All the fight scenes were great." You know what we're talking about? Did you see the Sonya Blade fight scene? Like, where they're just like in front of each other in a Saw bathroom, shooting each other with their powers. Like, come on, man.
I didn't like her.
Like,
I didn't like her powers at all. I don't know what it was.
she's terrible.
What I like the cool, like, and the Liu Kang thing. I know they have powers. I get it. Like, I remember watching the 95 Mortal Kombat movie when it came out. Like, why aren't they showing the power? But I liked that it had to work up to it, and it was kind of a special moment. Like, you didn't see Liu Kang's flame blast until the very end when he got super pissed off at Shang Tsung, and that shit came out of his crotch, and he fucking lit his ass up. I thought that was cool. You never saw Sonya throw any of her power blades or whatever the fuck they were. It felt more grounded. But nonetheless, I felt like there was one scene that I don't know if it was Sonya fighting Sindel. I think it was in the pit, and it looked like the way they shot it, or the way that the blood was in it, or something like that, it just looked like dog shit. I don't know, it just didn't look good.
There's barely any fatalities in it, and the stuff they do with the gore, they're like, "Oh, it's so gory." I mean, completely computer animated, animated. And like, look, here's the thing: it's a perfectly serviceable movie. It's fine. It's literally the definition of fine. It tries real hard, and it's got some cool special effects in it and a couple cool scenes in it that you're like, "Oh, that was neat." But like, comparative to the 95 movie, like the martial arts aspect is just not there. Johnny Cage, I mean, there's no more to him in this than there was in the trailer by any means. And just, it was fine. And like, they focused on Katana more than they did anybody else. And like,
well, to be fair, they kind of focused on her quite a bit in 95 too.
Katana,
not as much. I mean, it was Liu Kang's story, but they did focus on Katana. So.
And I cannot with fucking Sonya Blade, dude. She's no Veronica Vaughn. I mean, that actress.
Yeah,
was
she was not. I didn't like her at all. But that was just either way. Like, you're allowed to like the movie. If you like the movie, no one's saying that you're not an MK fan or whatever. But to be a weird like anal bead and be like, you don't play the games, and you don't.
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of stuff.
Christ, go touch a titty.
There's a lot of stuff you can make your personality, and one of them shouldn't be a button mashing video game. I mean, I'm just saying, it's just a video game. It's a video
well, I mean, like, yeah, you can be in love with it. Like, you can know the lore. Like, I know the lore about a lot of shit, like about comic books and stuff.
Right, but I'm not going to send anybody hate mail over fucking NBA Jam.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I don't want to be a gatekeeper either and be like, you don't like it as much as I do, so you fucking suck. Your opinion is disregarded, because that's what it comes across like. You're gatekeeping it, and you're not allowing anyone else to see it, and they have to see it from your POV. If they don't see it, I hate that I fucking said POV. If they don't see it from your perspective, because it just sounds stupid. Like, if you're not like typing it through a text, you just don't say POV. It's like saying BRB. Why would you do that out loud? Either way, the point being is that I just think that you're allowed to like something or hate something based on the movie that you saw on the screen. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. If you loved it, you loved it. No one's saying you're not allowed to like it. Yeah, I just think the 95 is superior. Not only was the acting better, the set designs were a little bit better, in my opinion. I also thought the costume designs in Mortal Kombat 95 were incredibly better. Incredibly better.
And Scorpion didn't feel like Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Is it more is the versions that we got in the Mortal Kombat 2 movie, the newest one, better or more realistic than the 95 Mortal Kombat movie? Yes, absolutely. I'll give you that. Yes, Raiden is Asian.
30 fucking years. So they should.
Well, he is Asian. Scorpion is more in line with what he is, like how the way he is presented in the later games. All of that's true. Noob, Cybot, all that shit. Okay, I get you. I just like the simpler costumes though, like the cooler, like I just like that adaptation. I'm not saying that Lambert, and also, by the way, come on, guy, it was Christopher fucking Lambert as like Raiden. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was badass. And again, like that's all we're saying. We're 95 Mortal Kombat guys. I get from what I was getting from the comments, it was like, clearly you don't play the newer games. No, I'm 40, dude. There's nothing wrong with 40-year-olds playing Mortal Kombat, but like, you shouldn't be surprised that I didn't play 37 hours of video games just to watch an hour and 45-minute popcorn fucking movie. I mean, you don't have to be a goddamn hardcore like butt licker of a topic just to enjoy a movie and give your goddamn opinion on it. You fucking weirdos. Go outside.
So, Michael says, even though it was whitewashing, I'm assuming you're talking about Christopher Lambert and Raiden in the 95 Mortal Kombat movie. Yeah, you could call it that. I don't know if they went out of their way and so we need a white man playing that. So that we have to have a white man. I don't know if it was really like that or they just gave it to Lambert because he was a huge star and they needed the star power for a movie like that. I don't know. But either way, I just think it's dude, it's funny. My brother had said something about Mortal Kombat 2 on Facebook, and I have another younger brother that was like, if you knew the lore of it, you wouldn't say that. And I'm like, what are you? I was like, because he said something about the movie not being, and he's like, if you knew the lore, you wouldn't be saying that. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Anyway, You want to talk about something that was really good, though? Well, we'll get to it. Go ahead and finish your thoughts out on it if you need to.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I have to say everything I had to say. I just want to say I apologize for sounding like I have a penis in my throat. Not because I do, or because I would like to, but because I have a sinus infection. So if you hear me sniffling, I apologize. I know it's gross. I have boogers.
That's why you just swallow the cum. You don't sniff it.
But I feel like shit, but I'm okay. I'm here. Make it.
Speaking of stuff that was really good, we did watch The Punisher, One Last Kill. Goddamn.
What?
God,
I'm telling you.
It was now. Here's the thing: it's a little bit of a double-edged sword here because you get to see some badass shit for 50 minutes. Disney Plus actually handled it really well. I didn't think they would. I thought they were gonna, pull up their pussy skirts and move away and not really do as much as the violence that I wanted to see with Bernthal. But the apartment complex fight out scene, oh my god, yeah, that was top tier fucking Punisher, dude.
They said that's what you thought. Well, we're gonna play Hatebreed and watch him stab someone in the throat.
Yeah, but the double-edged sword comes from going from that quick little 50-minute one-off into Spider-Man Brand New Day, where they're definitely going to cuck the shit out of Punisher.
Yeah, like we gave you what you wanted, now go away.
Yeah, that's the only sad news I have. And I looked at it, I'm like, fuck, dude, because I know it's coming. He's going to be cucked out like a motherfucker.
So yeah, and here's the other thing. I just don't understand. I don't understand the world, but here we are. The Punisher One Last Kill. It's like 47 minutes or something, right? It's on Disney Plus, came out last night. There's not a lot of spoilers, or we won't give any spoilers. There's not really a lot to spoiler. It's more of an action set piece than anything. But people are shitting all over this, dude. Like people on Twitter specifically was where I saw it. People are like, they should never let John Bernthal have a pin again because his writing is atrocious. And I'm like, dude, this thing had me like tearing up within 10 minutes. Like I was already like wet head with 10 minutes of this to go. Yeah. And I guess the problem is, which there's one aspect of what people are saying against this that I get. And that's that people are just ready to see a full-fledged Punisher. They're like, how many times do we have to remind us of the origin story? I get that you want to see him full on regalia, skull outfit and all that. That I totally understand. But dude, what makes him tick and makes him him is the fact that he lost his family and he does have military PTSD. I think that they did some of the best job of showing this that they've done it in any of the John Bernthal stuff in this, because it was extreme. He was seeing stuff, I think that's, I don't know. I find that stuff emotional and I find it interesting. I don't know why people have a problem with it.
I like the fact that what we saw with Frank Castle in this particular instance is he's very apathetic. He's disillusioned with whatever he was up to. Well, he's done his work. At this point now, he's become apathetic to everything around him. He's seeing things. He's hearing voices. He's drinking way too much whiskey and putting up like cocaine up his asshole. Probably. I don't fucking know. He's crazy. Like he's taking a dump in a bucket in his apartment. He is. And then he's like, and he's contemplating suicide. And like, I feel like it was it wasn't a unique perspective because we've seen this side of Frank before, but it's like Frank is now like lost. Where do I go from here? What do I do? And I'm just going to go join my family and that's it. Eventually it gets to a point where he comes back. Right. But people are mad about like not seeing an immediate over the top explosive Punisher. It's like you got 2 seasons of that. They've already done that with Netflix. And I think they didn't they do one with Disney, or maybe they didn't. But they got 2 seasons or 3 seasons or something on Netflix. You've already seen all that shit. It was cool to see where he goes from here, and then to see the rebirth of him at the end, because he does come back.
And here's what I think about that. Like I get the idea that we've covered the PTSD and we've covered the loss of his family. But the thing is, people like, we already dealt with that. Like, those are things that you don't just deal with and they go away. Like, they come back. You know what I mean? It's not like you're like, well, I was bad about my whole entire family being slaughtered, including my small children. But I'll never be upset about it again. Like, this is clearly, I mean, you could look at it that way. You could be like, okay, that he has his breakdown moment. He kills a bunch of people. And now in the next thing that he does, you can move on past that. Yeah. But I have no problem with them coming back to that. I think it'd be a shame if they just pretended like, oh, we already dealt with that.
I don't even think they really did much of that. Like it felt like they got right into it. They didn't waste a lot of time on the origin parts of Frank Castle, because we already know who Frank Castle is. I feel like they moved pretty quickly into the plot and where he is now. They didn't do a huge recap on Frank Castle. It wasn't like some detective eating a jelly donut talking to you hear about Frank Castle and then giving you a fucking basic backstory. It was nothing like that. It was just, I like those kind of stories. It got right into it, and we know where we are now.
We are talking about Twitter, though, and I think nobody wants to come out and say it, but I think what some of these people's problems actually it is that they don't like that it covers the military, because apparently that's, in some people's eyes, that's supposed to be a bad thing.
He was a fucking guy that Well, he
Like,
was doing Black
yeah.
Ops and shit. You don't even know what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, I think some people just have a problem with like they've turned being in the military into political stance, which is whatever. I just think like you don't want that to be a part of his DNA. Of course it is. Of course they're going to talk about it.
He in the comic books he had military training. Like I think because when he came out, he was in Vietnam. He was a Vietnam soldier, like the original Punisher, and then he became a cop. And then his family got gunned down in a park. I mean, they've had to update it a little bit. And I don't think this particular version was he a cop in this. I don't think John Bernthal's Punisher was a cop.
I don't know. I don't remember.
The Thomas Jane one was, but either way, if you're getting hung up on the fact that he was military and that's why your butt's bleeding over it, like shut the fuck. They'll watch it then. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Dude. Like,
no, that's just my guess. Like I'm just guessing that. I don't know that, but that's the. I'm like, well, what didn't you like about it? Because it seemed great, and people were like,
I thought it was
like,
incredible.
we're talking to Twitter here. This is just a hardcore. Like we're supposed to, yeah.
Well,
that's just my guess.
The best part of the entire movie was, well, the entire apartment complex attack was great. But specifically the room when he waits to catch on fire to break down the door to look as badass as possible, like he lets that motherfucker set him on fire. He's like, I'm gonna do this so I can look really cool when I come out this door. That's what happened. But when he goes out that door and he attacks him in that little apartment, god damn, dude, that was some smooth shit. Smooth.
Yeah, and dude, there was great action in it. I love the idea of it. And here's the thing, like, I don't actually think the execution was all that great. I think the idea is awesome. Stacey said it the best. It felt like a one issue. Like it felt like reading a single comic and like a story that you would read in a comic.
It was a very narrowed comic book.
And I enjoyed that, but it was kind of like The Raid, something like The Raid would be, or Dread, the movie Dread,
on a smaller scale, yeah.
When he goes out in this apartment complex and there's just people everywhere, and and it just goes crazy. And let's just watch the Punisher kill people for a while. I feel like it would have been better served if they would at least given him the outfit while this was going on, but whatever.
The outfit,
but all that being said, the action, it had cool moments in it. I like that they got down and dirty with the sickness. I like that, but also it does suffer from the same thing that 2026 movies suffer from. Some of that green screen, blue screen bullshit. There's one VFX shot where he jumps off a building and falls on a thing, and it looks embarrassing like a video game.
No, I don't know. John Bernthal actually jumped off the top of the building. I don't know if you know that.
So Disney came out. There's so many people complained about it. By the way, this is a company that just fired like 1,000 visual effects people, and Disney had to come out and respond to it. I actually have it here, and this one scene, because the whole internet is apparently making. You can look at it up close. Look at this, which I actually didn't think it was that atrocious when I watched it at first.
Are you talking about the one where he falls onto the scaffolding?
Yeah, right here.
That did look weird. It looked like a fucking a pediatrics bed or something. Like, it looked like a mattress that he fell on.
They came out and said the only VFX used in the shot was to swap out the stuntman's face for Bernthal's, which is kind of hard to believe when you look at it. I mean, it looks like they swapped out a mattress for whatever that thing's supposed to be. I mean, he looks like a video game character.
It looks like Ben Affleck.
The legs don't move right. I mean,
that's what happened.
AI-ish.
That's what happened with Jennifer Lopez. Dumped him again. It was like, oh,
it looks AI-ish, to be honest.
Well, the actual thing he's falling on looks like shit.
Yeah.
Or that, yeah. It looks like a Tempur-Pedic bed is what I mean. It looks like a Tempur-Pedic bed. It just looks like a mattress. Mm-hmm. I did notice that he does look a little weird. It looks like some kind of AI upscaling or something like that to digitally remove the actor's face and or the stunt doubles and put it. It looks like shit. It wasn't, maybe, I don't know anything about how to do that, but it looks like the color grading wasn't there or something. It looks too bright on the face. It looks too plasticky.
It's the kind of thing you would see in a VOD action movie with like Mel Gibson in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, no offense to Mel Gibson, but like, honestly, he's not in a lot of movies like that. But you get the gist of what I'm saying. Josh Duhamel, I'll say. But like, this is Disney, dude. This is Disney. And like, did you notice any issues with the audio? I personally didn't, but I was a couple drinks deep.
No, I was sober when I watched it. I didn't notice anything. No, I think it all looked great. It all sounded great. I noticed that particular instance, but everything else was so cool that was going on. I didn't really pay attention to it. I noticed it looked weird. It's like, what the fuck? Like, it was like one of those things. Like, did I just see that? It's like you're dancing with it. You might have felt a dick on the dance floor while you're dancing with this chick. You're like, but I'm going to ignore it because I'm having a good time. I'm just having a good time. But no, I did notice it, but otherwise, no, I think it sounded great. It looked great. The acting was great. I liked the storyline. I thought all of it was good. I will comment on the Punisher costume not being in it enough. I wish they had waited. I wish that maybe 15 minutes he doesn't have it, and then he gets it for the rest of the episode. I'm a weirdo like that. I want to see my Punisher in my Punisher costume. Okay,
for sure.
You do get to see it. You do get to see it at the end, but it's like, all right. But now it's all fucking over. I mean, you spoiled the party, but otherwise, yeah. I mean, I saw somebody in chat too say it solidified Bernthal as the Punisher. I
would disagree with that. I think if Thomas Jane was in this, it would have been better.
You know what? This is like a watered down Dirty Laundry.
Exactly.
We watched Dirty Laundry. Yeah, if you guys don't know, check it out. We actually did a review for Dirty Laundry. You can still find it on YouTube. It was a completely not promoted, profited. Thomas Jane put all of his money behind this particular short on YouTube to make it, and it's Thomas Jane's unedited version of Punisher. Anyway, really good. But that's what
I'm putting our commentary. Like down. I'm putting our commentary for that on the Patreon YouTube memberships tomorrow, by the way. So look for that. We watch it together again. But dude, I said the same thing. It's like Dirty Laundry with a bunch of movie behind it, with a bunch of money behind it. I don't think that it looks necessarily that much better than what they did in Dirty Laundry, but that's the day and age that we live in. But no, apparently the sound was so messed up, the mix was so messed up that Disney Plus came out and said, we're aware of the issues with the sound and we're working to fix it. Like it's a goddamn video game patch. Like have some professionalism.
I don't know.
Fuck.
I mean, dude, this is Disney World. This is a Disney World that continuously increases their fucking tickets by like thousands of dollars a fucking year, and you have to take out thousands and thousands of dollars of debt on credit cards just to even go suck a Mickey Mouse dick. Dude, I saw this whole thing today on Disney adults and the weird culture around how much debt people go in for this fucking company who continuously rip people off. It's insane to me. But anyway. Regardless, I didn't think there was anything wrong with the audio. I didn't hear anything. Maybe it was some people's TVs were out of sync or some shit, or maybe it was a Netflix issue. or a Disney Plus issue.
Yeah, I didn't notice it, but again, I've been drinking through the sickness. So like, yeah.
By the way, John Bernthal did look like the lead singer of System of a Down. Every time I saw it, I was like, he did. Every fucking time they got a close up. But yeah, I thought the acting was superb for Bernthal, and again, I really loved it. I wish it wasn't just a 50-minute special. I wish we were getting like 8 episodes of this particular version of John Bernthal.
And dude, someone made a great point. They're like, they gave the Eternals 2 hours and 43 minutes in theaters, okay, or like 2 hours and 26 minutes. Why is this going straight to Netflix?
Because Disney because Disney knows. I mean, no, it's because they don't want to lean too far into the Punisher character because of the violence.
Yeah. I think so.
I mean, you saw that the warning at the beginning of the show. Like they have to make sure that, like, okay, so I know that we're usually about like glass flippers and like, spider webs. This is a little up there in violence. So be careful. If you suffer from any type of trauma, it's not our fault. It's like, guys, it's the Punisher. It's an action, like gory thing. That's what the character is. But they have to put that warning out there because there's a lot of tampons that will watch and get mad. But either way, yeah, it sucks that we were going to get I hope he's good in Spider-Man. I'm not trying to dog shit on Spider-Man No Way Home because it could be an incredible movie, but you're going to get a very watered down John Bernthal, and it sucks because I don't think we're ever going to get to see John Bernthal be this badass again. In my opinion, I just don't see it happening because they had to go through a bunch of shit just to even make this 50-minute special.
And to be honest, you could argue that like the John Bernthal Punisher is pretty well solidified. I mean, like they did the season. He was in Daredevil. He was in this. He's going to be in Born Again. I would like them to start personally. I don't need another. I definitely don't need another Punisher origin story. I mean, how many times do we have to watch this man's family die? It's like Uncle Ben. But I am kind of at the point, like not for this, because I just thought this was really cool. Like I watched it and I was like, awesome Punisher action movie. This is cool. But honestly, the more and more I think about it, it would be really, really cool to have a kind of more keep the violence, keep it R-rated, right? But get away from the like you can get a little bit away from the over seriousness of it going into the future and give us the full-on Punisher just as a superhero, interacting with other superheroes, and maybe Brand New Day will be kind of like that.
Well,
I don't know.
You got to be careful with how you do that because he's a street level hero. He doesn't really rub shoulders with like Avengers or anybody like that. So
no, I'm talking about like Hell's Kitchen and shit. Like I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, they can do that. I think that like, there's ways around. I mean, they don't have to make it ultra gritty all the time, but I mean, I don't know. I just don't see Disney wanting to do it. That's why that's why they can't even make a fucking Blade script. That's why Blade has been stuck in limbo since, Jesus wore sandals. Like they don't know what to do with that fucking character. And that should be a home run hit. It should be
Punisher,
easy.
Punisher versus the Hulk. Just do a one-off movie, Punisher versus the Hulk.
I'd rather see a Wolverine versus the Hulk, like we got teased in the brown suited Hugh Jackman.
The Wolverine versus Punisher comic book series is one of my favorite of all time. It didn't actually turn out to be the Punisher. It turned out to be a replica of him. So he was unkillable, just like Wolverine, which kind of evens the playing field a little bit.
One of the coolest comic book series is Spirits of, I think it was called Spirits of Vengeance, where it was like, I think, no, maybe the Punisher wasn't involved with that, but I know that Ghost Rider has teamed up with the Punisher along with like Johnny Blaze, which I know he's a Ghost Rider too, but it was the current, anyway, there's like multiple Ghost Riders, but that was badass. Like there's a lot of cool shit you can do with a Punisher and not have to worry about having everything.
Toad says, I'm about to punish this hot pocket.
Kill that fucker. It's gonna destroy your intestines, but kill it for that.
I here's the thing. I forgot what I was gonna say. And
what's your rating for this?
7.5.
You're lying. You're lying.
7.5. I enjoyed it. I had a good time watching it. Could it have been better? Yeah, it could have been better, but I had fun with it.
I gave it an 8.5.
Yeah. I mean,
I loved it. I thought it was great. I wish they had added more time to it. I wanted to see more of it because I think that we were just getting to the good shit when it ended.
Yeah, I feel like the parents left and they said, do whatever you want. Here's $20 for pizza, but they didn't really put any backing behind it. You know what I mean? But I think his acting was great in the beginning of it, man. You could tell dude was going through it. I mean, that shit was hard. And again, it had me tearing up in the first few minutes.
Yeah.
I think that the story was pretty lackluster. I mean, it didn't even have an ending. Some people are right when they say that. Like, it didn't really even have an ending. He was just like, oh, this is going on over here, and we'll wrap it up that way. The main plot thread walked away. And
I thought the ending was that he was back.
I mean, but they didn't wrap up they didn't wrap up what was going on in the story. Like,
I think the old lady that was in the story, that the curse or the bane of his existence, I'll bet you, dude, she shows up in Spider-Man.
Maybe that's it. She doesn't seem big enough to show up.
No, like here's how my view. He's hunting her down, and that's when Spider-Man interferes. Like that in the trailer when he's like driving the van. I think he's either on the way to finish her off or he's already finished her off.
Mm-hmm. No, so a question I have, I guess I don't remember. And again, this shit just runs together at this point. I guess I don't remember. In Born Again, did he quit? Did we need to bring him back?
He was kind of in Born Again, I think he was sort of disillusioned. He like left Murdoch and he's like, you're blind, you suck, and you smell like onions. And he just went on his own way. He was like, I'm gonna figure it out. And he just left. He helped out Daredevil and then he kind of left. He just left this. He went on his own way.
So why did we need a thing? I mean, I liked it, but like, why did we need a story saying he's back? Like,
because I think he was fighting with his own it's been a minute since I've seen it. I haven't watched all of Daredevil Born Again, but the parts I do remember that Punisher was in those early episodes. It was something about like he was telling Daredevil that he needed to get his balls back, but he was also like not really involved anymore and not wanting to help. And then Matt was asking him. There was this whole back and forth, but he was unsure about where to move forward too.
Yeah, I guess I'll put it this way. I thought it was entertaining and I thought it was cool and I enjoyed watching it. Like, I really did. It felt like the best episode in a season of The Punisher had they done a season of The Punisher, which is pretty cool. I can't rate it much higher than that because I feel like it's just going to get forgotten at the end of the day.
Dude, to be honest with you, and 100%, if they asked me, what would you rather see, Daredevil Born Again or Punisher, a new Punisher series, and get rid of Daredevil, I would 100% pick Punisher every fucking day of the week. I thought Daredevil was good. I love Daredevil on Netflix. It was some of the best shit I've ever seen. But Punisher's always been I think Punisher is way more of an interesting character. I think he's way more relatable as a character, and I like the story. I think it's just a cooler story. And obviously Matt Murdock's cool. Like, don't get me wrong, Daredevil's a cool character, but Punisher is like, that's any dude, that's any chick or whatever you want to say, any person could be the Punisher. You don't have to be blind to have super sonar powers and like every fucking martial arts under the book.
You know what would have went super fucking hard, by the way? I watched Dolph Lundgren's Punisher the other day.
It could have been great. It could have been amazing.
Had they made a sequel to that and they gave him the full-on Punisher outfit and he was fully Punisher, and they had the same kind of like sometimes it was sort of cheesy, but it was also scary at times, and it was like legit and raw. Had that movie had a sequel where he was full-on Punisher and you did the same practical action, that would have been fucking that may have been the best Punisher of all time.
That Punisher would have been so much. I get that he liked to hang out butt naked in the sewers for some fucking reason. God, his ass probably was straight swamp all the time.
So weird that's how they ended that.
Yeah,
movie.
but I mean, like, why the fuck? You got everything else. The aesthetic looks good. Why would you leave the skull off his t-shirt? Like, it's the simplest thing just to put the skull on the t-shirt. And when he attacks that Tokyo rub down near the end of the movie, that was some cool shit, dude, the way they shot that. But yeah, dude, that movie could have been one of the best. Because I mean, I got to be honest with you, Dolph Lundgren, a lot of people overlook him, dude. He had the build, he had the face. He looked like Punisher back then, but there was a lot of aesthetic that they left out and the way they filmed it. But yeah,
I love the fucking bike that he had. It just felt real, dude. Like, I mean, it all felt very realistic.
Yeah, awesome. But at the end of the day, One Last Kill, it's worth a watch. It's only 50 minutes. It's actually like 60 minutes if you're poor and you have to have ads. I have ads, and that's only because I took the $2 or $3 package deal on Black Friday, and I got the bundle. No big deal. I'm a thrifty bitch when I need to be. But yeah, it's a great movie. It's a great presentation. John Bernthal, probably his last outing besides Spider-Man. I got to be honest. I don't see him coming back necessarily in any big way unless there's a huge demand for him. But
yeah, I kind of have a hard time seeing that.
I feel like it's going to go the way of, unfortunately, like Carl Urban and Dredd. Everybody, like, fans love Dredd. Everyone loved Carl Urban as Dredd, but the studio's like, not today. It's not for us.
Damn, that's badass.
Well, I didn't make any money, I guess.
I didn't know that. Brandon Horfan said there's a guy on YouTube who edited Dolph Lundgren's Punisher and added the skull logo to the outfit.
Oh, I like that.
It's pretty sick. That movie made this old, like, Chinese lady scary as fuck. I mean, yeah,
there was a lot. That was the Punisher Dolph Lundgren '87 movie was like super gothic horror in a lot of ways, action horror. Not really horror. There were horror elements to it, but really gothic, like a Diet Coke version of Tim Burton.
Yeah, and you know what you would say about this? It's literally, in John Wick when he gets disavowed or excommunicado, and like everybody comes after him for like 30 minutes, and like everyone's coming after him, and it's just a constant fight, which I feel like they do probably several times in the 4 movies. It kind of felt like 40 minutes of a John Wick movie, and it did. It felt dead.
Did you see they even reference it with the pen.
Oh yeah. I do love the way
that shit was gnarly as fuck, dude. Like that was like he was like playing Operation on that big bitch's fucking face, and I was like, God damn, dude.
Yeah, it was fun. I don't know what people expected. I don't know how you could give it a negative review.
I actually got the only time I got teary-eyed was when that little girl, after he pinned the fuck out of that biker bitch and she hugged him.
Yeah,
like that part, I was like, oh damn. I mean, don't give me nothing. I don't. No need for thanks. No need for thanks.
It got both the graveyard scenes got me, bookended me. I was crying in the beginning and I was crying again at the end because that shit's that was deep. Like that was
the dog scene pissed me off. The dog scene pissed me off because actually they were going on that trend where there was those. I think it did happen, and maybe it does happen still. This little bastard, like there was like this trendy thing where these little bastards were running in like New York City and like cold clocking old people and like beating up bums and shit.
It really pissed me off at the beginning when he let that
dog
shit go.
Yeah,
no, when he just walked by all those people getting fucked up.
Yeah, dude.
He was like in an emo mood. I was like, "Fuck you, Punisher."
Yeah, I thought Bittersweet Symphony was gonna play. That's not bad. Yeah, it looked like he was walking by a Best Buy at Black Friday. It was just fucking mass chaos. But that showed his apathy. It showed his disillusionment. He was like, I killed the Nucci's. I did what I had to do, and now fuck it, let the city burn.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? Like, honest God, is the last thing I'll say about it. I think the Disney Plusification of it, I can't say it ruined it because it still had badass action scenes and stuff in it. But had it just not been produced that way, the way that Disney Plus and Marvel produces shit with the special effects and whatnot, I think it could have been a fucking 10. It just had that fake ass look to a lot of it. Even with the ground, like on the ground action and like the neck stabbing and the ripping and the tearing, it had that fake fucking video game sheen on it that everything looks like now.
I think if this movie had been an hour and a half or an hour and 40 minutes, it would have been a 10. I think it would have been a 10 for me. I wanted to see more because at the 50-minute mark when Frank is back and he's like, re-embraced his role in society and what he's supposed to do. I think then you add an extra 40 minutes on that. He gets the revenge going. I think you have a fucking banger of a film. Then it goes law-abiding citizen.
Yeah, and that's really what I'm saying. Like, if fucking Lionsgate produced this, like it could have been fucking all time.
That's what happens when you have fucking Disney buy Marvel, because Marvel Studios was doing their own thing with Iron Man, Thor, Captain America first. They were already fine. They were okay. And then Disney comes along and gobbles it up. And there you go.
Yeah, Punisher just doesn't belong with Disney.
Well, unfortunately, but they're never going to sell it to. I mean, look at how they're like Sony's probably going to pull up stakes with Spider-Man, from what I understand. Like this is the last outing for Tom Holland.
I kind of hope so.
Again, these are all rumors. Like Sony is supposedly going to pull out. That's what she said of the partnership with Disney at some point and do their own. They want to do their own Spider-Verse without Marvel or Disney interfering.
Like, not to say that Sony does anything good, but yeah, like that's the thing.
I think that Sony's learned. Maybe Sony learned or picked up a thing or two about how to do it correctly, and maybe that's why. But they can't. I mean, because Marvel wants to buy Spider-Man, obviously, and put it firmly and completely under their control. But it's like it'll cost them like $3 or $4 billion, and that's why they're not wanting to spend it.
Yeah, it's kind of wild shit, dude. Palate cleanser. What do you guys think about this? Like, I only bring this up here because, like, I feel like this is the audience that would really be into this. Oh shit, that's loud. Check out what this dude does with these masks. All right, like. I like it's great artistry or whatever, but I actually don't like it. I think it's weird. Check it out. That'd be fun as shit to do, but that's cool the way he did that. Like, I don't know. I feel like you could have just made it like something really cool, original.
So Michael fancies himself a theater kid. Is he Phantom of the Opera? What is this gay shit? I still see you, Michael. No one's buying it. I don't know. I just feel like it's like play with one toy at a time. Holy shit. It's like somebody that has like a great steak dinner and then mixes all their bullshit up on one plate and then just slop. I'm not. Yeah. It's very cool. Artists like I don't have the talent to do this at all, but it's like watching old people eat at fucking Applebee's and they have a plate of food and they mix it all up like slop and then they just start eating it
like the KFC bowls.
Yeah, dude. And I love my grandparents, dude. They raised me, but I could never watch them eat, dude, because they'd have like corn, they'd have like mashed potatoes and like fucking other shit, and then they cream shit, and they would mix it all up and they just I was like, it's gross. I just don't like that shit.
I respect the artistry. Like, it's cool. Yeah, it's really cool how he did it, and he did it as good as you could possibly do it. But like, I don't know. Like, I don't. That's just weird. It looks weird to me. I don't like that. I don't like it. It's violating. It's something about it's violating. I don't like it.
Whose nose is that? That's not Michael's.
Yeah, like, great job, dude. That's fucking as cool as you could have made that. I just don't like it.
I don't know. It's neat. But I was like, you can be Michael Myers one Halloween and be Jason the next Halloween, and then scream Ghostface next. You don't have to make it all. But I love them all, so I just thought like whatever.
Yeah. Speaking of masks, we talked a couple months ago. There was a Scream legal battle going on between this company that said that they made the Scream mask first, but they waited like 20 years for whatever reason to sue for it. But apparently it worked out because apparently if you trace it back, that company actually had a legit claim to making the mask. And it turns out that they have settled out of court, which means that Fun World and Paramount or whoever gave them a suitcase of money, probably. And that's over with.
Well, you're talking. I got to go get a beer really quick. But go ahead. This is really boring, but you go ahead.
Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your beer. But yeah, so, and they, I'm glad that they got money, but the best news is, it's like this article says, with Friday the 13th stuck in all these lawsuits and shit like that, with the Nightmare on Elm Street stuck in all these lawsuits and shit like that, had that worked out, imagine them not being able to use the Scream mask. Like, had that company worked their way in and it turned out to be a thing. So this is one of those things. It happened and it worked out, so we'll never talk about it. But if it didn't work out, we'd have been in some deep duty possibly. So I feel like it's worth mentioning for that alone. But yeah, good news. That company got their money, and we're not in trouble as far as future Scream stuff goes. But yeah.
By the way,
that's
I
all.
just want to point this out. I want to make sure that JT comes with. No, it's not going to be my entire personality to hate Scream 7. I'm going to give it a fair shake. I told you guys 100%. When we watch it, I'll watch it fair. I'm not going to hate on it just because I'm not interested in Scream after Scream 2. I will give it a fair shake. I said I like Scream 5. Okay, so let's just not play that game. All right, come on, come on.
Well, here's the thing. So you're talking about like the Mortal Kombat stuff, right? Like when it drives me
By the way,
crazy.
that
like
was
I said,
really a long time ago. That was like 40 minutes ago. I saw it, but it just registered because I've been drinking.
Oh, that's fair. But like, I mean, like, you know, when people say, like, when people hated Scream 7, like, and a bunch of people did, and they shit all over it, whatever. My typical response was, if you just didn't like it, oh, that sucks, man. I hope, you know, I hope you like the next one or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? The only time I responded negatively to people who didn't like it when they said stuff that was just not true, like everyone hates it and everyone knows it's well, it has a 77% positive audience score. So like you're not telling the truth is when I got. But yeah, with the Mortal Kombat stuff, it was like, oh, I fucking hate your guts and I hope you die because you don't like a movie. I'm like, come on.
Well, why don't you fight me in the ring for Mortal Kombat?
Terrible.
Well, it is what it is. I'll watch any movie and give it a fair shot. And like, it's like, hey, like there are movies I'll go in and be like, I'm probably not gonna like this shit. Like The House Guest, we just did that. I was like, goddamn good movie at the end. Good movie.
The Housemaid, but we did enjoy it.
Oh yeah, The Housemaid. The others with Sinbad. That's a great movie. Never mind. The House Guest is a great movie. But yeah, The Housemaid was good.
Apparently, YouTube did not show that video to anyone because it's something different. And if you do something different on YouTube, they tank your views. But I happen to think that our Housemaid clip video that we did from our commentary is really fucking funny, and I enjoyed it a lot. So if you guys haven't checked that out, check it out after this. I thought it was pretty funny. But what's not funny, what sucks a lot, is a fucking legend has passed away, and that is Donald Gibbs.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Bloodsport, Grind, Bloodsport 2, Revenge of the Nerds 4. This guy.
He was in all of them. Yeah. Ogre.
Yeah. Ogre has passed away. 71. I would have thought he was a lot older at this point, just because those movies seem like so long ago.
Well, every time I've ever seen him in interviews or like he's giving con interviews and stuff like that, he always seemed like he was in good shape. Like as far as like, you know, being 70 plus years old, he always seemed like, I always thought he was like in his fucking 60s.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sucks, dude. That's one dude I really would have loved to like talk his ear off because he seemed like he had great stories. He also didn't give a shit to say about like he alluded to that Van Damme was a dickhead to work with on Bloodsport, which I thought was funny. I would have loved it to be like, why was he a dickhead? He's like, he was always talking about the Dim Mac or something because he said he took that shit way too seriously.
Apparently, I was doing a thing for Kickboxer, and I read a lot of people saying the same thing about Van Damme. He during the final scene in Kickboxer, Van Damme came out of his trailer and started yelling at all the extras because they weren't in their seats in time. And all the extras were like Asians, right? And like they spoke their own language. So he came out, and these people are sitting in this room filled with soot and smoke from the flames. And Van Damme starts yelling at them, and then they all talk amongst themselves. And fucking apparently, this is the DP who said this. He said the makeup guy started laughing at Van Damme in the corner, and Van Damme saw it. He's like, "I will fucking kill you!" And then
you think this is a fucking joke?
And then apparently, all the extras at once started talking among themselves in their native language, and they all stood up and left. So the part of the reason there's so many cuts in the last fight scene of Kickboxer is because they didn't have any fucking extras.
Well, that makes sense. Well, here's the thing, and I remember that actually was an interview that Donald Gibb gave, I guess not very long ago, where he was talking about Bloodsport, which again I loved him as Ogre too. So I mean, you know, he had a great career, but they were focusing on Bloodsport, and I think you know he was saying that it would have been his most favorite movie that he worked on if it hadn't been for one actor, and we all know who he was talking about. Yeah. But to be fair, and again, I'm not trying to say nothing about it, but Donald Gibb had a career already established. Bloodsport had to be good for Van Damme to make it. Like, so he was taking that shit way fucking serious to make it.
Yeah, same with Kickboxer.
Yeah, if that movie hadn't been successful, Van Damme's career would have never been greenlit in Hollywood. It would have been over for him. But
Yeah,
anyway, either way,
I don't know
Donald
if he was
Gibb
on
great.
coke yet or not, but that's a possibility.
100%.
As well.
Like that white powder that Chung Lee threw at him at the end, that was just coke. That was from his own stash. That's why it was that's why it was pissed.
He was what do you call the acting that they do? Method acting.
He was
like,
method.
Stole my cock.
But that's the director. The director told that guy to fucking steal it from his dressing room and throw it in his face. And once Van Damme realized that it was his coke, then they were like, just roll the cameras. But no, Donald Gibb, dude. He. By the way, I gotta be honest with you, dude. Like, you never would have. I don't know what he passed away from. I have no idea. But in this photo, he looks like that kind of dude that you would like tell all your secrets to in in a action movie. Like, he'd be the guy that would be like at the bar, and you'd be like he'd be like the dude that would be helping prop up Punisher.
Yeah, 100%.
And you gotta get out there, Frank.
I watched some clips from Bloodsport 2 today, which I've never seen, and he was one of the main guys in that, and he was really good in it. Like, obviously, it's Bloodsport 2, but like, it is weird that the guy that they hired for Van Damme in Bloodsport 2 looks like Van Damme. Like, they got a guy who looks just like him.
Yeah,
it's a different character, but I'm trying to see if they say this piece of shit TMZ crap. If they say due to health complications, that's all they say. So it wasn't anything nefarious or anything. But yeah, that's sad, dude. He was an awesome character actor. Even in Grind, he was fucking great.
Yeah. So we lost him and Carradine that played Lewis a couple of months ago.
In RoboCop.
No, Lewis from in Revenge of the Nerds. Lewis.
Oh, okay. You confused me. You said Lewis. I was talking about RoboCop. You just mean in the Revenge of the. And I'm not a big Revenge of the Nerds guy. I've seen him like the originals, and I know he was great. I mean, like someone said on Twitter today, they're like, everybody has a friend. Like, if you were ever in college or frat or whatever, everybody had a friend that was just a crazy son of a bitch, and you always called him Ogre because of that character.
Ogre. Yeah. Well, here's the thing about. I'm glad that I have Revenge of the Nerds on DVD. No big deal. I have all four because you can't even. I don't even think you can get. Because remember when that all happened, they're like, we're not interested in promoting a movie that's all about rape culture, because that was about the first one. And even the girl that supposedly, she was like, it wasn't like that. That because it doesn't matter. I'm not going to get into the weeds on it, but I'm glad I have it on DVD because I don't think you can even rent that shit digitally, or they removed big swaths of it.
Yeah, I don't know why you can't just be like, hey, this scene was actually really fucked up. I can't believe we let that pass, and just let it go. Like, that's just it is a weird ass fucking scene, but like, just acknowledge that and move on.
By the way, it's really funny about Revenge of the Nerds. I know that definitely R.I.P. Donald Gibb, but what's really interesting about Revenge of the Nerds is that Anthony Edwards was one of the main guys, and he was Gilbert. He was one of the main dudes. This is fucking Goose from Top Gun, by the way. Goose was Gilbert. He was, and then when Revenge of the Nerds Part 2 came out, he didn't want to do it because he didn't want his career to be shaded by this kind of gross out comedy. So he asked, I didn't know this all, but I just saw a thing on YouTube about it. He asked the producers not to, he's like, I don't want to do it. He's like, because I got other projects coming up and I don't want my career to be like shaded. So they let him out of the contract by just letting him premiere only in the beginning of the movie and making it look like he had a broken arm or something. So he didn't have to be in the entire movie. I did not know that. I could see that with that guy though. He looks like he wouldn't. Well, he was also in ER. He was a huge part of ER too.
Yeah, he's a good character actor as well. If you thought that 28 years later was in trouble after the Bone Temple failed,
what's going on with the Bone Cocks?
The big old bone wieners. People thought they were in trouble because the Bone Temple didn't do well at the box office. The Bone Temple was actually way better than 28 years later was. Did you see the Bone Temple?
No.
Would you like to come over later and see it?
I don't want to see your,
I'd like to show
your dirty ass weeder.
But no, dude, it was way better than 28 years later. Like, way better in my opinion. It actually connected to the original movie, and it had an awesome tease at the end for what everyone actually wanted to see. But it did like shit because moviegoers were like, that shit at the end was fucking weird, that dumb Power Ranger shit. And a bunch of people didn't go see the next movie. So it didn't do that great. So that entire movie, the new movie, the finale of the trilogy has been in peril because they've been saying the entire time, you will get a third movie if the Bone Temple is successful financially. So a lot of people thought we were going to get another movie after that, but I don't know what this means. But what I'm saying, if I'm saying anything at all, is that 28 years later, star Alfie Williams posted on Instagram or some shit, and he was training with his bow and arrow, and he commented, "It's great to be back." Which
go home with your bow. Fucking Robin Hood bullshit.
hopefully,
cool.
Hopefully, it means that he's in training to be in the next movie, and it could be a sign of the movies. Who the fuck knows? He could just like bow and arrows. You know, maybe he sprained his wrist and now he's back in action.
I
don't know.
I'm not going to comment much on it because apparently we're pieces of shit that didn't like 28, whatever the third one was. We didn't like it that much, so we're dumbasses. I always thought the second one was better than the first one with Jeremy Renner.
I can't go that with you, but I did.
I did. I love Jeremy Renner. I thought Jeremy Renner was awesome. I liked the more high octane action parts of it, and I thought that was great. I enjoyed it better than the first one. I understand why the first one's beloved. Obviously, Cillian Murphy is amazing in it, but I mean, I just liked the tempo of the second one. 28 months later, 28 months,
weeks,
or 28 weeks later. Yeah, and I wish they had gone that route. I wish that we'd had more of that continuation of the story.
I gotta get a drink, but also there's been some speculation in the audience tonight about my shirt. And yes, we are sponsored by Doritos. We have a sponsor, new, weird, different. It is the choice of a new generation. We fear change. No, I found the shirt at Meijer for $8, and check out the back of it is where it gets even better. Nacho cheese.
It's so gay. Are you part of the Surf Ninjas?
That looks like some shit.
Shirt. No, that looks like some shit like the Surf Ninjas would wear.
I know, it's awesome. $8.
I do like that movie.
I'll be right back.
Cinderella says Wham sold out. Yeah, it's like everybody just does things for money, and it just doesn't make any sense, isn't it? Anyway, I know what you guys are going to ask me. Did I see the Alien files that were released? I did. I combed through them. I looked at them over and over again, even while I was on the toilet. Hi, Action. Hi, Shithawk. I did. And that one that looks like the star, did you guys see that one? And because it's like every thumbnail is using it. Apparently, I saw people were saying that's a flare. I don't know. Because they're like, if you look really close, you can see that the actual it's a flare, and then it's attached to a parachute. Jay used to see us. I know, dude. I was zooming in on a parachute flare. Yeah, Iron Wolf. That's what people are saying. I don't know, because that's what everyone's making a big deal about, is that one. Jay, Fire in the Sky. It's a great fucking movie, Mike. You know that it is. Jay, if they were trash compared to what that I've seen over the years, yeah, they were. I mean, we didn't get, like, here's the thing. Oh, yeah, I authorized the NSA, the FBI, CIA, the NWA, the WCA. I authorized all the three-letter acronyms to release the Alien files. And that's the best you got, give us. Fuck you, dude. There's more. You're not giving us everything, but you know, were they ever going to? No. What's games that got diddling my joysticks lately? Well, right. I mean, I've had to put everything on hold with the puppy. But I was playing Cyberpunk quite a bit. Eventually I'll finish it. Jay needs his alien arc, dude. I'm so bad. I need my alien arc. Court, what? You're going there? That sucks. The AW, the YMCA, they're all the acronyms that gave us dog shit. But yeah, dude, here's the thing. Do I think that the government is in possession of actual photo, like really good high definition photos of some alien spacecraft shit? 1,000,000%. Do I think they're in possession of actual video of some wonderful, amazing footage of alien spacecraft? Absolutely. Will we ever see that? Fuck no. You're never going to see that. All right. They're never going to release that at all until the aliens come down here and say, spread your cheeks. I'm ready to probe. It's never going to happen because it would cause mass pandemonium. Right now, people can still play around with like, well, we don't know if it's real or not. They can still play around with this. And like, if they ever release the whole fucking thing, society as we know it, I'm not saying it would be an overnight collapse, but it would be a lot worse. Like, I'm talking about levels of like COVID, but beyond. If they released actual photos, the actual videos and photos of aliens. 100%.
Oh, I was gonna. Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Well, no, I think
have you looked at the files?
Well, Chat and I were talking about it. I think that what we were looking at was dog shit. I think they look like. I mean, there's better video and photo proof from amateur people that have taken it over the years. That what we saw was like, all right, yeah, but like that big star thing. Everyone said it's flares. That's a fucking flare.
The big star thing was the only thing new that I saw, other than it was just
already released shit. But if you zoom in on it, there's like you can see what looks like some type of rope or string attached to a parachute. It's a fucking flare.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know for sure. I mean, we don't know.
Well, I know, but I mean, here's the thing. I was telling Chad, if there was actual proof of this, if they actually had, which they do, 4K goddamn camera footage of an alien spacecraft, or an interview with a fucking gray, or a photo of a gray, or a photo of any of it, they're never going to show it to you. Just because Trump said, release that shit, they're going to say, fuck you, dude. We're going to give you a little bit of bullshit that we thought was a UFO, but we turned it really wasn't, but we'll just give it to the public.
Well, apparently, one of the congressmen, the congressman from Philadelphia, came out and said, I don't remember which one he was, but he came out and said, he was like, what they released at first is just a little bit. It's just a drop in the bucket. Yeah, but he said one of the things they're about to release, and this isn't like as far as I know, this isn't like a crazy, Trump obsessed dick sucker or whatever. It's just
don't talk about me like that.
He's a pretty relative dude.
Don't you ever talk about me like that live on air.
But he was like, there's something that's going to come out that's really going to shock people. Basically, he was like, it's going to freak people the fuck out. So they're promising there is going to be something crazy,
possibly. But it's like promising that this Mayweather fight's going to be something for the centuries. It's like, oh yeah, but we're going to use like gloves that don't really work, or like we're going to make sure that something else happens. Then we're never going to get to see the fight that we're promised. That's like putting on a fucking who's the Jake Paul fight. It's gonna be the best fight of it. It's like, Mike Tyson's coming back. Here's the thing. I think they have probably played the game where, like, what is the fallout if we release actual footage that's convincing beyond reprieve of aliens? Like, it is there's no like questioning whether this is real. What's the fallout? I know they've got number crunchers and they've all gone through it. They're like, it would be bad. It would probably be bad, because here's why. I don't like, it's like the Men in Black thing that Tommy Lee Jones said in the movie, dude. He's like, a person is smart, but people are stupid, they're ignorant, and they get together and they form like not hate groups, but like mob mentality. That's what Tommy Lee Jones was saying. Because Will Smith was like, I mean, why don't they just tell everybody? I mean, we're smart. A person is smart, not everybody.
Back then that made sense, but in today's world of complete and total misinformation and lies, dude, like everybody's already saying it. Like what they released, everyone's already saying it. They're saying
they got to
just a cover. It's a cover up for Epstein, or it's AI, or it's whatever. I think nobody would believe it.
If they don't have the church's backing, they're fucked. And I'm not talking about just the Christian church. I'm talking about Muslims, all of them. They would all have to back this shit. If they don't, you have a big fucking problem, because then you have people like dumbasses saying those are demons. Those are fucking demons. The Antichrists are coming. And then
there's a bunch of right-wing people already saying that.
Not just right-wing, they're not all right-wing. There's also fucking other people that are just that are apolitical.
I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about representatives of the Republican Party.
JD Vance is fucking stupid for saying.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Lauren Boebert.
She
Tucker,
sucks dick in the fucking Peters. Nobody cares about her.
I don't give a fuck about politics. I hate both sides, but they're already saying that. They're already saying that they believe it's demonic and not alien.
I was going to say, but those are only a couple of right. Also, Tucker Carlson has lost all. He doesn't have any kind of good relationship with Trump anymore. Like he thinks
that doesn't mean like his opinion doesn't matter.
He also thinks that Trump is possessed by the devil right now. He's literally had gone on to his podcast saying that Trump is being influenced by demons.
I don't know. He could be.
I mean, maybe. He also said he got attacked in his sleep by a fucking demon. It might have been his wife horny. I don't fucking know. But either way, Lauren Boebert also jacks people off in fucking movie theaters. Like no one cares about this fucking slut with a fucking cheerleader.
But she does it with a strong love of Trump in her heart while she does it.
Well, that's great. You know what? And we're proud that you're a Trump lover, but you're not that great of an American. But also, at the end of the day, the apolitical people, which are people in the church, the power of the church, and it can be Muslim, Christian, whatever the fuck. If they don't back that, you're fucked, because those will destabilize society quicker than. And I can't believe that. And I like Vance for the most part. For some, I like some of his stances, but I can't believe that you are going to go on national TV and fucking say these are demonic. I fucked a couch, but that is demonic. We are alone in this motherfucking universe, and anything that comes through the fucking portal is definitely a fucking dingleberry from Satan. No, that's not true, and that's irresponsible for you to have said.
It's definitely a growing trend among people to say that they could be demonic.
I think it doesn't matter right or left. I think you could be apolitical and just be a fucking nutballer. You know what, like Jake Busey, the character in Contact, that doesn't want, he's like, this is all demonic, and he tries to sabotage the ship by blowing it up, by suiciding himself. Mm-hmm. Those are the kind of people you got to worry about, because they're motivated by like a cult-like mentality for their church to be protected all times.
I hate that did you go to the site they released? Did you look at it? It's fucking, dude.
I have VPN, but I did not. I looked at I just looked at the photos on TikTok and like at some other places, but yeah.
No, it's on a website called war.gov. And it's like the White House built this website, and they made it look like a fucking siphon filter video game. Like they tried to make it like creepy and super high tech, and it's just a bunch of videos, most of which we've seen before about stuff. But I thought it was corny how they did that. But I also hate the fact that they put it on the war.gov site, dude, because like if the aliens are looking at that, they're gonna be like, oh, they want war. Like we should be kissing up to the fucking aliens, dude. All right, if they have better technology and shit than we have, like we should be making fucking nice.
I mean, you and I have a survival instinct. So if we went to jail, we would immediately fall on our knees and suck the biggest cock that we could find to get protection. But maybe
they say you got to fight the biggest guy there. But yeah, I mean, you can suck his dick too.
I heard survive. That's what I heard. I heard survive. And you got to survive prison. But no, I'm also saying, but maybe that's what they put it up there. Like, it was the Secretary of Defense. Now it's the Secretary of War. Maybe it's just because the name has changed. I don't know. But either way, listen, the reason why you're not going to see any actual evidence of like irrefutable evidence ever released is because it would destabilize society in a way that they can't recover. Because if you know that you've not only been visited by beings that technology dwarfs whatever you've had, and it answers the question of are we alone in the universe, not only is that's going to cause people mass pandemonium, and people are going to be like, well, what's the fucking point?
But you can't get a single idea across. Like people are so divided right now. You can't be like, hey, milk is white, without having the internet be like, well, actually, in its natural state, it's yellow, or some shit like that. Like nobody agrees on anything. We can't side in anything.
You're doing
the last time that America was together whatsoever was fucking 9/11, and we don't want one of those. So like, I mean, no one can agree on anything. So basically, they can release whatever the fuck they want, and someone is just going to be like, whatever, it's fake, or it's a cover up for this or that. And maybe it is. I'm not saying it's not. It is weird that they're, every 5 minutes the fucking White House is like, oh, look at this new shiny thing. I mean, it is weird.
The government, the governments of the world, I would imagine they will use every opportunity I think that's why AI was released in the waves that it's been released, so that you question everything. Everything that you see now, you're like, that's AI. Maybe. It could be a real fucking thing. A Bigfoot could come to your fucking car and spread his butt cheeks and be like, and they're like, that's AI. That's not real. Like, no, he literally spread his butt cheeks. It's like, no, it's AI. That's an AI video.
But here's my question though, like, and without getting into too big of a Bible study thing or anything, but like I'm confused about this. The Bible, like whatever, doesn't say that aliens don't exist. It doesn't specifically say that Earth is the only thing with human life on it, does it?
No.
So why would the existence of aliens prove the Bible wrong?
The Bible itself never specifically addresses extraterrestrial life. It never was brought up, I guess, because they were all worried about like, parting seas and shit and like making enough fish to go around. I don't fucking know. I wasn't there. I don't think it was it wasn't a big conversation piece back in them days. But I will say this, the Pope, I don't know which Pope it was, but the Pope came out and for years and years, decades, they had the church's stance had been that there was no such thing as extraterrestrials necessarily. It's just humanity, God's chosen people. Like that's it. But later on, and I think something happened, or possibly something was revealed. One of the popes came out and they were like, to limit God's creativity and say that only God could create humans is, or to say that only God could create humans and that's all would limit his creativity.
You think it'd be messed up though if God was like, I'm not going to tell you guys about it though. I made them, but that they have their own Bible. And
listen, I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. I love all that shit. There's there's a lot of people that have started.
I love all that shit.
Well, I do. I'm not saying I'm a perfect guy.
No, I'm just saying this. The sentence is like you go up to the pub. It's like, hey guys, welcome to Easter Sunday. I just want you to know I love all this shit. I love this shit.
This my shit. This is my jam.
Shotgun a beer. I love this fucking shit.
I would. First off, I'd be like, God, be like, he pretty cool. I'm gonna let him in. He's not fake. He's not fake. He's just hanging out. But no, I think that there is speculation out there that Christ was an alien. And I mean, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
I don't make the rules.
Who's to say? Either way, yeah, dude. I think that if you don't have the religions,
Christ.
I think that if you don't have the religions of the world on your side, and it's not a united front, you're fucked. I think that
I don't turn water into wine, but into cold Coors Light. Quick, Christ.
And I think that the governments of the world are choosing this opportunity to initiate Project Bluebeam. That's what I think is going to happen before we actually get actual video or photos of real aliens. They're gonna initiate Project Bluebeam. I think the testing ground. Listen, if you want to put on the conspiracy hat, I think the testing ground for that was COVID. The new testing ground is hantavirus. And then after that, they're going to be like, all right, well, if we can get all the sheeple together again and they'll all do what we tell them to do, and they'll all go inside and they'll fucking follow the rules because we tell them to fucking do it, then we can initiate Project Bluebeam and fake a fucking alien invasion with AI and other types of things. And then we all must unite under a one world government. I'm going to be among the scientists that disappeared.
I don't think anyone has their shit together on that level. I mean, like I can go with like one of like 4 conspiracies might be true, but you'll never convince me like all 4 of these conspiracies are actually true. Like some of them got to be.
I think the Illuminati is 1,000% real.
Maybe
1,000%.
Probably not called that. It's probably called I feel
like the people. I feel like the richest and most powerful people are behind the governments of the world. 1,000%. Sure. America itself isn't even a republic anymore. It's literally a corporate run fucking organization. It's all corporate.
I mean, I know what I paid at the gas pump the other day. Can you ask your hero and God about that? I'd love to know what Daddy Jesus Trump has to say about why the fuck my gas was that expensive.
Daddy Jesus Trump is looking around the world seeing who needs freedom right now. There's an eagle singing in his ear. How about yours? No. At the end of the day, as far as like the alien photos and the videos that have been released, I think they're dog shit. I think they're complete garbage. I don't know. I mean, even though
I don't think they're fake, I just don't think they're that invigorating. Except for that star one. That one's weird.
Well, it's a flare.
Maybe
I think it's a flare, but Bob Lazar, I think Bob Lazar came out and said one of the photos that was released is exactly what he saw, or something similar to what he saw, based on his experiences working on the spacecraft in I don't remember the facility that he worked on it in, but yeah, at the end of the day, dude, I don't trust the fucking. I mean, is this a distraction from Epstein? Most likely. And there are a lot of people that were like, I'd rather see it. They're like, oh, that's cool. Can I see the Epstein files? You probably have a better chance of seeing a fucking alien.
This is this same administration that handed a bunch of influencers empty fucking binders. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it's not. I mean, it's not. Like, listen, this administration, though the past administration, they're all protecting each other. I don't know how many fucking times this has to be explained to anybody. There is like, and I saw this like, there's no everybody that says that the parties don't matter. They're misinformed. No, you're misinformed, dude. The fucking left, right, they all work together to keep you dumbasses in line. They all laugh about it later on, the Applebee's, when they're having 25-cent wings, laughing at you for believing their bullshit. The fact of the matter is, the administrations of all, you're never going to see the Epstein files unless you get a guy that that Snowden fucking dude. Unless you get another Snowden guy that leaks everything out on the internet, you're never going to see it.
But here's the thing: people are so drawn in blood on blue or red that whatever comes out, they'll just act like it doesn't exist. And like, hey, if we just pretend this isn't real, then it's not real. They can't force it because we're half of like whatever. But anyways, moving.
Well, I will say one thing about aliens too. I think Tom DeLonge actually talked about this. And he's not the only one. I think that aliens or some of the ones that we've seen or some of that have been contacted humans or helped us in some way or another. I think they're interdimensional beings. I don't think They're from some faraway buttfuck planet on Alpha Centauri's backside mole. I think that they are interdimensional. They're at a higher level reality than we are. And that's why they can seemingly disappear and reappear as quickly as they can, because they're coming through a dimensional gateway.
Yeah, look, I totally think that's plausible.
I was getting real nerdy with you guys.
I think it's plausible.
Yeah, there was one. I don't know who said it. I don't know which guy. There was an interview about that, and they're like, "Yeah, the aliens aren't what people think they are. They aren't like flying from, Venus or Mars or something and hanging out. They're literally interdimensional." And then there's also, here's the other thing: they might be in our fucking oceans, on 100%. The bottom of the ocean floor.
That makes so much sense. Do you guys think it's crazy that like we haven't explored like 80% of the ocean?
Yeah,
that's where it all is. All the answers are in that 80%. Man.
I think the total amount of the ocean floor that we've explored and mapped is 10%. Yeah, or less, or 10% or less.
They're building shit. They're building these rovers that can go, but it's crazy. Like, dude, that's here on Earth. Like, we're talking about the moon, Saturn, and whatever. That's here on Earth, and we haven't even looked.
Yeah, dude. And a lot of the UAPs or UFOs or whatever you want to call them, a lot of them look like they come from the fucking ocean and then they go back in.
Yeah,
because here's the thing: why it would be so smart, right, for an alien civilization to build bases at the very bottom of the ocean that they know humans can't get to and just use it for observation.
Yeah. I mean, dude, if you're going to do anything on Earth, or if you're going to hide creepy shit on Earth, well, there's 80% of the fucking ocean that these people haven't looked at. Let's put it there. Duh. Why aren't we focusing on that?
I know.
Why?
I know. Before we lose everybody, we can jump into something else.
Big news. I mean, not big news. Big topic. Same day. Same old shit. Nightmare on Elm Street. A couple months ago or something like that, you had, or weeks ago, you had Lee Cronin come out and say, hey, what franchise would you love to do? He said Nightmare on Elm Street. They asked Mike Flanagan.
I like that.
What franchise would you like to do, Mike Flanagan, who barely ever has a miss and is fucking awesome at his job? He said A Nightmare on Elm Street.
I like that.
Jason Blum said A Nightmare
on
Elm Street.
I don't like that. Don't like that.
Like, you talk about one of the the biggest power pullers in all of this. Nat is driving. That's
I want Jordan Peele. He's the only one that can save us.
But like, we've got another one. Filmmaker Curry Barker, who he directed Milk and Cereal, and it was a huge. His YouTube shorts became such a big hit that he got to do his own movie, which is Obsession, which is coming out tomorrow in theaters, tomorrow and Friday in theaters. And
by the way, let me cut in really quick. A side note: if you guys happen to be exploring the vast oceans on the internet looking for films, and if you're in the mix, for some reason there's thumbnails for not only Obsession but He-Man and the Odyssey. The ports are broken. I repeat, the ports are broken. Do not click on the ports because they will take you nowhere, and there are 6 of them.
Oh, you're talking about the high seas of Nail.
The high seas of Nail is compromised. So I repeat, if you see Obsession, He-Man, or the Odyssey, I repeat, do not port or do not dock your ship. Do not dock your ship.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, basically, if you see anything on your local torrenting sites that doesn't seem like shit that should be,
I don't know what that is. What does that mean? Is that did you just cast a spell at us? What's torrent?
It's an old wooden ship, I believe.
I see. Yes. Stay off the torrent ships. Yeah, they are creaky.
So that totally makes sense. But no, the movie comes out, and again, this Obsession movie, dude, that's coming out this weekend.
Looks good.
Our buddy Eric was talking to us. He's like, it's fucking awesome. Everyone who has seen this at the film festivals or whatnot, and you always got to take that with a grain of salt, because like a lot of the film festival people say everything's the greatest horror movie in a decade. I'm not talking about Eric. I believe his opinion, but yeah, this Obsession movie that's coming out, they're all saying it's great, and it must be great because the guy doesn't even have a feature film in theaters, and yet he has this movie coming out. He's already been given the keys to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. He has another movie coming out with Blumhouse called like Ghost in the Dark or some shit. And now he says that he would like to take on A Nightmare on Elm Street. Now I say we got to wait until we at least see Obsession before we can comment on whether or not that's a good thing, obviously. But
I listen, I saw I saw a couple of clips on YouTube of Obsession where she's at the diner scene. I watched that. The girl that's playing the main focus of the movie, incredible.
Yeah.
She's a great actress, really good. And the way they were shooting that scene kind of reminded, like when she was when I think they're at a diner or a dinner, and the guy's like, "Did your dad really die of cancer?" And she's like, "No." No, a lot of people got like the Get Out vibes, and then she stands up, this whole thing, and then I think the guy has got an eye for it. I think that based on what the trailer was and a couple of the clips I've seen, I think the guy could work, and also he's named after my favorite Indian dish. But I definitely I don't. But how many, like it says Curry Barker, but I mean, is there like a huge push for this guy to take the reins?
No, I mean, I there's a huge push behind the scenes for everybody wants him to do their movie because apparently this movie is really great. But you know, it's just like with Craig Zeggers, with Jordan Peele. That's kind of the new thing. You got a horror movie director who comes up and he has a great horror movie on a low budget, makes a ton of money, and now they have carte blanche to do whatever they want. And Curry Barker's the latest of that. But I think that the point of it, like, it's not news that he says that he would want to do Nightmare on Elm Street. It's news that fucking everyone wants to do Nightmare on Elm Street, dude.
It's a Craven estate, man. It's a Craven estate.
Elijah Wood to fucking Christopher Walken. I don't know. Everyone.
Fuck that Frodo bitch. I don't want him touching it.
Anytime they ask anyone what movie franchise they'd like to do, everyone, and they're right, dude. They're fucking right. Like Nightmare on Elm Street is the perfect IP to be brought from the dead to the current landscape of horror, because we've talked about it a million times. Freddy can't be stopped. He catches you in your dreams. You have to sleep. It should be and I get people love Robert Englund and they don't want to see anybody else play him, some people, but like a Nightmare on Elm Street should be an everlasting, always happening horror franchise because he's unstoppable. Like, and the fact is, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why you have the best talent in horror begging to do this fucking movie, and they can't get it done.
I think the Craven estate is I think they're holding out for the right paycheck to come their way, and certain rights to be respected as well. They probably want to retain some type of ownership over it, much like this is what I think is happening. Much like Sony has Spider-Man, they're like, we'll loan you Spider-Man to the MCU and you can do your own thing. I think that the Craven estate is probably in the same boat. They're like, we're not just gonna sell you the rights to Freddy Krueger. We want to maintain control and rights over the character so that if we decide at any point in the future to pull that plug and say we don't want to continue with your company, we have that right. A lot of other, so this is probably putting the brakes on a lot of studios. They're like, well, we don't want to do that. We want to own if we're going to put or pump the money into it to bring it back to life, we want to own the fucking. So I think the Craven estate is there's a lot of demands that are drawn that aren't being met for the studios. I think Zach Kreger personally would be a great director, and I think he could come up with something really cool. This Curry Barker guy, again, I haven't seen Obsession. I have no idea, but I think someone like Zach Kreger could do it. But I don't think it's a lack of. I think the Craven estate they probably looked at the scripts and like, yeah, this would be great, but their demands aren't being met.
Yeah, and that's a possibility for sure. I think, like, just in my heart of hearts, if I had to guess, I think what happened is whoever's in control, whoever is the executor of the Craven estate, which is that's how I understand it, is that kind of work is kind of how it works. When Craven passed, his estate got a lot of the rights. Now New Line and Warner Brothers own the international rights, but they own a lot of the rights, the domestic rights, which you have to have. So they have to be on board. What I'm thinking, dude, like if I had to guess, is that we all know Wes Craven wasn't happy about a lot of the sequels that they did. Now he did come back to do Nightmare 7, right? But he only did that because he was like, let me put it to bed.
The final nail. You know? Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I don't think that Wes Craven liked the idea of other people rummaging around in his IP. Now Screams survived for sure, but my best guess is that, dude, whoever's in control was very close to Wes and has a very close personal relationship with him, a family member, something like that. Yeah. And they just don't think that he would have wanted it. So I think there's a good possibility that it literally never happens because of family, because they want to do right by him. And that could be stronger than any amount of money in the world, especially if they're already well off.
I think it's going to happen, but it's going to, there's going to be a lot of concessions that a studio is going to have to make to the Craven estate for it to come to life. And I think it will happen. I just don't know what company is going to be involved with it. The thing is, I look at, and there's multiple documentaries on it. And maybe they were friends later on in life. I'm only speculating, but I don't think Craven was a huge fan of Bob Shaye. I think that Bob Shaye to Craven probably took something that he thought was very beloved to him and kind of dragged it out and kind of made it kind of stupid.
I don't know what their relationship was towards the end.
Bob Shaye. So Bob Shaye.
I know they fought a lot, but
yeah, in Nightmare 1, Craven had a very finality to the whole thing. He wanted to end. He's like, I told a Booger Man monster movie, and this was it. I don't want it to have, spinoffs. I don't want a series to happen. And then Bob Shaye kind of strong-armed him and was like, no. This is a great character. I see the magic happening. I want extra shit in this movie. And that's why the sequel started happening. Because, and also Bob Shaye would come on set. Apparently Wes Craven was directing Nightmare 1. He had a vision for it. Bob Shaye would interject and say, put this in the fucking movie. And he's like, no. And he was like, yes, I'm fronting the bill. So like the scene where Nancy is running up the stairs and it turns into oatmeal or whatever, that was from Bob Shaye. The whole sucking her through the mom through the door was Bob Shaye because he wanted to open it up to sequels. I think that the relationship with Bob Shaye was not good. And I think that Wes Craven, after he saved the franchise with New Nightmare, maybe passed along a message or was like, yeah, I'm glad and then they're like, we're doing a remake. And they're like, oh, fuck, really?
Yeah, maybe. And again, maybe.
And then they were like, we don't need,
yeah.
And then Bob Shaye was like, we don't need Wes's approval. And they just went ahead with it.
Yeah, you're right. There could have been some bad blood about how that happened. Who knows? But I think, and the reason I think this, dude, the reason I think that the Craven estate are the ones holding this back, and I'm not even shitting on them. Like, you know what?
I'm not either. I'm not shitting on them for it.
If someone who Wes Craven held close to his heart, had Wes in their ear and told him what he didn't want anybody else to do it. He wanted it to be what it was and be that moment in time. And they're trying to hold true to him for that. I don't blame him for it. I want Nightmare on Elm Street. I hope it fucking happens, but like, I don't blame him for it. But here's the thing. Every single time they ask someone from New Line, anybody, dude, it makes no sense. Something is amiss. Something's mucky, dude, because the franchise is a guaranteed money printer, especially now with horror doing what it's doing. It makes no sense. These companies run on money. These studios run on money. It makes zero sense at all that they wouldn't want to do this. So I think the reason that they're not coming out, because everyone gives the same vague answer. Well, the rights are complicated. That's all they'll say. They'll say the rights are complicated. I think it's because they don't want to be the one to out the Wes Craven estate, because they know once they say out loud, Wes Craven didn't want us to do it, then the fans are going to turn against it. And that's the reason they're not saying it. And I think that's what's going on.
I really, and again, all speculation, and I have nothing to back it up with. My speculation on it is that the Craven estate wants total creative control and they want to maintain character rights, period. So if a studio comes in and they pitch an idea and they're like, cool, we maintain creative control and we maintain the rights to the character no matter what.
Yeah.
A studio might be like, we're not willing to do that. What we want to take this and we want to make like 18 fucking sequels to it. And they're like, no, we're going to approve only scripts that we feel are necessary or good.
Yeah.
And that's it. And
no, so, then I think it could be 50-50 either or. I think you could be right. Like it could be,
but
like,
I don't, but again, I'm not blaming the Craven estate at all. I don't blame them. Because if that was the last maybe, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there, but maybe Wes Craven has always had like a sore spot in his whole, itinerary of films where he's like, oh, fuck, like that was the one that got away. Nightmare on Elm Street. Like that's the one that really irks me because I lost control of it. And I who knows? I'm just saying, like, I think that we'll probably see a Nightmare on Elm Street at some point in the future, but unfortunately it will be in the future. Here's my prediction. I think in 5 years. 5 years.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it goes to someone's kid. Could be 20 years.
But you know what? If you get the right studio and you get the right director with the right script and the right pitch, and they go to the Craven estate and they're passionate and they're like, I want to respect Wes. I want to respect his legacy. I got this great idea, and and I'm not gonna fucking shit all over what he did.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to need. And personally, I think that Zach Kreger would be an amazing. I like
him doing original shit. I think he should stay away from IP.
I think that Zach Kreger. Well, I like Zach Kreger to do it, and I think the studio would be A23.
I mean, you say that, you say A24 all the time, but like
23 was like 23.
That was the prototype.
They started. It's like singular. They started there, and then they were absorbed.
But yeah, no, I mean, A24 is the first people to take something and make it as they say in the streets woke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I don't think
I don't want Blumhouse to have it. I know that.
Blumhouse is like, I think Blumhouse, in my opinion, is becoming the Walmart of horror franchises. They just want to collect everything under their belt and then just put out base level shit.
This motherfucker looked like he done caught all the Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think A24. I don't think it would be. I think that they are good at in a lot of cerebral type of horror films, and that's the kind of studio that understands cerebral horror. And that's what I think they could do a good job with it. Mm-hmm. I do.
I'd like to see Neon have it. I'd like to see Paramount have it. I'd like to see just about anybody other than Blumhouse or maybe Sony have it. Sony would be terrible. They just put out teenage horror movies, it seems like.
Well, but the thing is too, the main thing, and you already hit on it, and it's true. The Robert Englund effect is one of the biggest humps to get over. Because
this is an unpopular opinion. I think it's really easy to get over. I don't think that franchise rests on Robert Englund. They tried it once with Adam, and it wasn't the fucking guy that was playing him. It was the CG that.
No, yeah, I think Jackie O'Haley was insanely good. I think he was a good Freddy. I just think that nobody really gave it a chance because the movie was bad. Yeah. I do think the Robert Englund effect is something that has to be considered, because I think they're like, all right, well, what actor out there right now can take something like the title role of Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, one of the Mount Rushmore horror villains, and take it to the next level and surpass, or at least get on the same level as Englund. I mean, I don't know who is it? Who is it? That guy, the fucking weirdo guy, that played Joker in Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Oh God, yeah, no, I don't want that.
There was rumors about him playing.
Yeah, well, and dude, and here's the thing: it's the most fun fan casting you can do is Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, because there's so many people that seems like Michael Shannon. People say Kevin Bacon, although he's thinking he's a little too old now.
He's too old now.
There's a bunch of up and coming actors. A no name actor would be great. Like, there's so many people that you would like to see have a shot at doing that role. I don't think it's the Robert Englund situation. I don't think.
What if they had cast DJ Qualls back in the day?
I don't know. Fuck, dude. It could be anyone.
Weird.
It could be anyone. Let me ask you this though, switching subjects real quick. Do you think this is like, in the world that we live in, Odyssey's coming out, right? And everybody's upset, even though we don't know. Some people are saying that the one I forgot their Elliot Page or whatever is going to play Troy and all this stuff. We don't know, so I'm not even going to comment on it.
I'll say this: if it's true, it's dumb as fuck.
Pretty crazy.
I think it's dumb, in my opinion. And what Mike's referring to is that there are rumors abound on the interwebs that Elliot Page, aka former Ellen Page, starring in that classic comedy Juno, the pregnant lady that has to figure out how to move forward in life.
Troy of Achilles, not the place.
She's going to play Achilles in the new Odyssey film. But then I also heard like the ghost of Achilles. So a lot of people are comparing it. They're like, well, if you look at the movie Troy, Brad Pitt played Achilles. Mm-hmm. Exactly, like this legendary Greek hero, warrior, whatever, or destroyer of the Greeks. And then you have Elliot Page. I think it's a terrible, terrible idea if it's true. And again, it's all speculation. I have no idea. Yeah. There's not been a sound source that's come out on the internet that's been like 1000% this happened. We don't know.
Right.
But if it did happen, it's fucking stupid. I don't care if Elliot Page wants to be in the movie and play a male role. I don't give a fuck. All right. don't make them Achilles. All right.
Right.
That's stupid as fuck.
And I agree. I think it sounds insane. And they have the one actress that's supposed to play Helena, which makes no sense. But like whatever. But my point is that I'm making is because that's
Helena.
just a deep.
Helena.
That's just, yeah. That's just a deep. That's just a deep dark. It's like Gorgo. Yeah.
Helena is the DLC Mortal Kombat character.
Yeah. But the thing is that it's crazy. The world we live in now. Let's take a trip back. Let's take a trip back to the 90s. All right. Do you guys remember when fucking of all people, dude, Sting? Okay, let me zoom this up a little bit. Do you think it's crazy that of all the anger, and sometimes right, sometimes not right, I'm not saying that, but I think it blows my fucking mind to think about this. Okay. Sting, after Brandon Lee passed away filming The Crow, came out and at the suggestion of Scott Hall turned his entire gimmick, the wrestler Sting, to and literally just completely. I like it. I thought it was awesome. I like it. I like this job.
Yeah,
it was awesome. But he literally ripped off the entire persona and character of someone else who had passed away. And do you think it's crazy, dude, that no one batted a fucking eye? We were just like, that's fucking badass. Like, no one was mad. Like,
no, because it fit the narrative though, but it fit the idea of what the Crow, like, this is getting into like a level of I'm not going to say mockery, but like fake shit. I don't casting Elliot Page.
No. I'm not directly. I'm just saying
as
like,
Achilles is not the same thing as casting.
No. I'm not. That's not the point I was making. I'm just saying in today's day and age, when there's anger all the time over this person, that person, and all sorts of stuff. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's crazy to think that in the 90s, they literally replaced a wrestler just lifted the persona of the Crow, and not only did they not get sued, but nobody cares. It's just wild to me to think about that. It doesn't really have anything to do with the Odyssey. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, we forget that. It's crazy that I'm just saying it's crazy that happened, and we were all like, that's just fucking cool. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's weird to think about, right? He literally just took the Crow and made it
I think it was like an extremely popular character.
Yeah,
Eric Draven's the Crow, and it worked for the gimmick that they were doing with the NWO, and yeah, they ran with it, and it worked. It was primetime popcorn TV wrestling.
I think it's cool. Like I think it's cool. Like,
but
I
as far as what in regards, in relation to the Odyssey, which based on the trailers I thought looked really good.
Yeah.
Casting Elliot Page in a titular role like Achilles I think it's a terrible move. I think it's a stupid move. I think it's not the kind of controversial casting you want.
Yeah.
I think Christopher Nolan is up in his own asshole thinking that that's a good idea and that's going to work out in his favor if it's true. And again, this is all speculation. We don't know if it's true or not. And a lot of YouTube channels are running with that. It is true. And they're all banking on it. Like, oh, this movie's going to be fucking like, because of it. We don't know if it's true or not.
I agree with, I'm just gonna say I agree with, and by the way, like, I think people are misunderstanding what I was trying to say. That was just a lead into it. I'm not comparing the two. I'm not saying, hey, we should be cool with this because we were cool with the Crow. I'm just simply saying I saw this tweet and it blew my mind because I'm like, I thought about it and I was like, that's kind of crazy, dude. Like, they did that and it was fucking badass and none of us were mad about it. I just used the Odyssey because, like, I just feel like if that happened today, there would definitely be a lot of angry people that they did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not comparing. I'm not trying to make a point regarding the Odyssey. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Well, yeah, dude. I mean, like I said, there's that and the Helena of Troy thing. I saw a lot of people are also up in arms about that too. Because she's black. I don't know. I don't know if Helena of Troy. I don't know what the actual
I'm not versed enough. Yeah, I have no idea.
Like, I love Greek mythology, I do, but I don't know if Helena of Troy was white or if she was Middle Eastern or black. I don't know, but I think it comes down to, like, Achilles. If he's being cast with Elliot Page, that's really fucking stupid. Like, that's seems really dumb, dude.
Like, again, I mean, it's like if they cast Elijah Wood to do it, it'd be just as stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
Elijah Wood,
well,
like,
yeah,
you know?
I like you go from fucking Brad Pitt in Troy, which was one of the best performances of Achilles. There is no pax between lions and men. You don't you go from
Badass movie.
that to fucking Elliot Page.
Yeah.
Stop the crack pipe inhalation.
Pretty insane.
It's not gonna work, dude. It's not gonna work.
But it's weird because, like, you know, people accuse Christopher Nolan of being super right wing because of the deeper storylines in The Dark Knight. So it's not like you have a guy here who's
you got to look at when The Dark Knight came out. It was not a Trump world.
Yeah,
because now to be right wing is apparently to be a Nazi.
I think
absolutely stupid. By the way,
that's ridiculous.
That's also retarded to sit there and say that.
I'm not a Trump guy, and I think that's one of the stupidest fucking things you can say as a human being. But T.J. Gary, I think, nails it. I think I think he fucking nails it, dude. It all depends on if it's cool at the end of the day.
That's true.
We were cool with Sting just directly ripping off
Gary
the
is
Crow.
not to be fucked with, because Gary usually will always side with like women need to be in the fucking kitchen making sandwiches.
No, but if it's fucking badass and it's awesome and it rocks shit, then I think hell yeah.
But the problem is, then it becomes the problem is you don't want to make that the spectacle of your fucking movie. No. Like supposedly,
it'd be nice if we could just enjoy the role.
Yeah, just well, and to avoid that, just don't cast them in that particular role. Like that would be the easiest way to do it. Like not to make a fucking virtue signaling stand and be like later on, look what I did. Shut the fuck up. Just cast someone that makes sense. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it sucks that we can't just be excited about the movie and there's all this other dumb shit.
Yeah, and here's the other thing too. At the end of the day, Gary is right. If it's cool at the end of the day, we'll go with that. But now that it's been leaked out on the internet, that's what everyone's talking about, and that's what everyone's focused on. And because of that reason,
and it becomes a culture war fodder, which is so boring.
Because now they're not going to look at the fucking movie.
Yeah,
they're going to focus on that. If that is what you did, and if Nolan did that, he's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I would agree with
too
that.
many chalupas. It's too many chalupas. Your brain is melted cheese. If you did that, and I don't know if he did it or not.
Hard pivot. Shannon Elizabeth joins OnlyFans, which at first I was like,
what'd you say?
Shannon Elizabeth, American Pie. Shannon Elizabeth.
Is it on Affirm?
She she joins OnlyFans, and her initial response, I was like, I get what she's saying. She's like, I just want to control my own narrative, and she's basically saying, hey, look, I have to play by Hollywood's rules. I have to go be, Big Titty McGee in their movies. Why not just make money for myself? And she made like $1 million like the first weekend or some shit like that, crazy. But then it comes out that she divorced her husband, and right afterwards, when it's so like I don't know if like she divorced
her husband. Is that her husband in the second photo?
Yeah, second husband. Yeah,
he looks like he discovered the fucking mosquito in the egg in
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, he does. But if she divorced him because she started an OnlyFans anyway, okay, good for her. But she's, apparently she probably needs to, because from what I understand, she was charging like outrageous prices at cons to get a picture with her and an autograph, like insane.
Oh, really? Yeah, I wouldn't pay that.
Hey,
Jason Biggs can get it for free. All right, I'm not.
It was like over $100. Easy.
But that's a crazy story. But you know what? A lot of these, and I don't know, like I don't subscribe to any of them. I swear to God. But I've seen some people say like when these actresses do this, it's actually bullshit. Like they're not on there showing like butthole. They're on there in like bikinis and shit like that.
I don't even see the butthole.
I don't know. Like, does anybody know? Has anybody signed up for Shannon Elizabeth's OnlyFans?
It's weird.
It's a real thing.
The actual creator of OnlyFans had talked about before. I think he did an interview a couple of years ago, and he was like, "Well, OnlyFans was meant to be. It's not. It wasn't meant to be just like girls spreading their cooch and their starfish.
It's like it's supposed to be like Patreon.
Kind of Patreon. Like you could make videos on your own accord and like not have to worry about paying some crazy like 30% to YouTube on super chats and shit like that. But there was a lot of people that joined it that started putting out saucy content, and then it became known as that. But the actual guy that owns it wasn't like he's always said like it wasn't meant to be that way. So I don't know. I mean, she could just be posing in like the photo on the left, like in like bikini photos and shit.
So I have to ask you a question though. This is the reason I brought this up. Would you
Yes, I would.
No, yeah, obviously.
I mean, honestly, I would. I mean, it's not even a question.
If your significant other decided, and I'm putting up the poll right now. Here's the poll. If your significant other decided to do an OnlyFans account, do you divorce them?
Yep.
Or no?
Divorce. Done. I'm not doing that. Look, here's the thing. I'm not in that realm. I'm not in that field. I'm not in that game. Like I don't judge nobody for doing it. You can be a hoe and make your money, girl. Slay queen. Do your shit. I get it.
Or dude, spread your butthole. This is for the ladies too.
Do your shit. Make your dime while your youth is there. I get it, man. Do it. I don't personally want to be I can't be with somebody like that.
Dylan said, nah, makes me money. Get out the street.
I mean, if you want to be Pip Daddy, Back Daddy, I mean, for sure. Get your bag. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, get your bag. Like that guy is like the dude in Superman. It's like, yo, Jack, that's a fine looking outfit with Superman like first transforms. But no, I can't be with somebody like that personally. I can't. I feel like marriage is a sacred thing. I think having those intimate moments are like is a sacred thing. It's for you. It should only be for you. Just like you are only for them. And I feel like if you're just like selling your shit out online, I feel like you don't have any respect for a marriage, and I don't feel like you have any respect to be in a relationship.
Holly brings up a really important point here. And that's that like you can do OnlyFans without showing nudity.
That's fine. No, I agree. If you stipulate what your OnlyFans is going to be, that's fine.
All right, let's say this. Let's say that.
So if your poll was like, if they're going to show nudity in their OnlyFans,
well, even let's say this, like, I think there's two big discrepancies. Like, so like if your partner was just going to do feet, then I'm like, maybe okay. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it's still weird. It's
weird, but okay. I'd be fine with that. Like Gibb, make sure my trap is full. Like
but to me, if it's risque, it doesn't have to be nudity. I think even if it's bikini pics, if it's lingerie pics, if it's like tight thong pics, like whatever, butthole pleasures, I think that to me it's in the same realm to me as nudity. Like your significant other is using their body and their temple to show it to other people for money, even if they're clothed somewhat, and if it's not just feet pics and they're showing their face, I think it's still, and I think to me it falls into the same realm. You're still giving a personal part of yourself away for money to other gentlemen.
I'm not judging nobody. You can do what you want to do, make your money, queen, slay. Like I said, I think personally, if you're in a relationship with somebody and they choose to, like, I have reservations about it. And I would say, I have reservations about it. I don't want you doing that. I don't want you doing that because I don't.
And obviously, like you said, no, and they said yes.
I don't want some random dude in a Reddit post, like jacking his schlong to your pictures. I don't like that. I think it's kind of disrespectful to me, to our marriage. I just don't like it. And if you choose to do it, I'm leaving you. I don't want to be with you.
I'm of the mind,
but
personally,
even if it's not you showing titty or areola or vagina, even if you're showing thong or bikini poses or whatever the fuck, I think it's, in my opinion, there's better ways to make money. You don't got to sell your shit online to make money.
To be fair, I think it's fine if people want to do that, and if you got it, flaunt it, girl.
Cool, man. But I'm just not gonna be in a relationship with you.
But if you're in a relationship with someone and you ask them not to, and they say they're going to do it anyway, then my answer is 100% leave.
Well, I would leave. Too.
I would leave. If I don't want to be part of that, and you say I don't care what your feelings are, I'm going to do it anyway, I would leave personally.
Well, and also on top of that, and that has no regard to if you fall in love and marry or get with a chick that's already doing that stuff. And then you try to come in with big dick daddy energy and say you're going to do what I tell you to do and you're going to stop doing that. You already signed up for this, Chief. Like you can't change the rules of the game just because you got with them and be like, no, you're going to stop doing it.
Oh, that's true. If they started before.
If you date a porn star, if you date a stripper, and again, I got nothing. Like okay, cool, man. Like do your thing. You can't go in and like tell them to change their lifestyle because you tell them to do it.
I agree. If they were doing it beforehand, then you kind of fucked up.
So you're kind of like, of course you could say, well, marriage should change the person's personality, and maybe that's true, but you're not marrying. You're marrying.
You got to have that conversation.
It's a totally different type of thing. But personally, if I was already with somebody and they're like, I'm going to go do this, like, nah, well, I'll work like 6 jobs. You're not fucking selling your fucking body online.
I would not be okay with it personally. And the crowd says 61% say divorce, 39% would stay. I'm shocked.
Which I'm not judging you. I'm not like, dude, I mean, that's your own thing. Personally, I couldn't live with myself for it. I couldn't.
I wouldn't be okay with it personally, but I'm shocked it was that high. 39% would stay. That's crazy to me. That's why I'm shocked it's that high.
Look at the divorce rates in this country.
Don't tell your wives and husbands. All right. I gotta get a drink. Fuck. I said it first. Right before you did. But I said it first, but you motherfucker. I was going to see, this is the thing. Like, I was just going to be like, hey, I'm going to let you go because I'm a good friend. This sneaky ass bitch just like closed out and ran off like a little bitch. I was just going to be an affable guy and let him go. But, this is the kind of shit you deal with. I'm going to divorce him. How about that shit? How about that fucking shit? But no. So, dude, this is fucking crazy, right? Of all the things you could do, right? Santa Clarita Diet got canceled. How many things got canceled? How many awesome fucking TV shows have got canceled? You know what we're doing now? Peacock is making 4. It's like LeBron. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. Fast and the Furious TV series. But with the addendum, says Vin Diesel, who is just full of shit 99% of the time. So who knows? Who knows if it's going to fucking happen or not? Who the fuck needs 4 goddamn Fast and the Furious TV series? I mean, honestly, in my opinion, that franchise just existing is a miracle. 4 fucking TV. Peacock is the dumbest fucking company ever. Like, honestly, they pay like $400 bajillion for The Exorcist to give it to David Gordon Green and let him fart on a snare drum. And now 4 fucking. So we're gonna have like a Tyrese Gibson spinoff fucking Fast and the Furious show. Who wants this? Who? Some guy in Ed Hardy bedazzled jeans driving one of those asshole Mitsubishis with a loud ass muffler that scares the fuck out of you when you're in traffic. Stupid. Absolutely goddamn ridiculous. I don't get it. So some people do this. I do. That's cool. I don't fucking get it. I'll never understand it. But it clearly, I mean, there's some audience for it. You know what I mean? I'll never understand Fast and Furious. Hey man, I fart on no snare drum. I'm happy, and Matt, I love you. So like, I'm happy for you. Someone wants it. Someone out there wants it. But it's crazy. Could you imagine if they announced 4 fucking Halloween TV series or Scream TV series? Like, I think even I would be like, that seems like a bit fucking much. Even me, if they did 4 Scream, I'm like, we're going to drown. We're going to fucking choke the life out of this IP. This is a bad idea. Genuinely. Would I be excited? Yes. Because that's a lot of shit to talk about. But yeah, you morose motherfucker, you.
What?
You see what you did? You see what you did? I was in the middle of going, hey man, you can go ahead and go though. I'll wait. And you fucking, even though I said it first, you closed your screen and ran off.
Yeah, because you said go ahead.
No, I didn't even get it out of my mouth yet. You lying slut.
I had to go pee, you motherfucker. I'm sorry.
So do I. So do I.
Go pee.
How about that?
Goddamn! Why don't you cry me a river? You Ric
Flair? I already did. I peed.
I know. I could smell it through the screen.
I peed in my pants, and it feels nice. Actually, it's warm. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
What did you leave the audience talking about?
Fast and the Furious just announced that they're doing 4 spin-off TV series on Peacock.
Oh my god!
Put that in your gullet.
I don't get it. Like that's not gonna. We're not talking about that because I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Dads are fighting again. I know Venom. It's getting ridiculous. I might divorce him. It might just happen. But either way, Vin Diesel is 60. Is still trying to act like he's a juvenile in these movies. Listen, I haven't really watched the last Fast and the Furious movie that I enjoyed and I watched all the way through was Tokyo Drift, and it was good shit. Puppy Tax for show. Listen, I would totally bring up Indiana, my new dog, to show you guys, but he is sleeping, and that is a good thing because he is like he's a hellion. He's a black-mouthed cur, full-blooded. He is extremely high strung, lots of energy. Doesn't calm down for shit. Doesn't listen. He's stubborn as fuck. But we're trying. They sell calming stuff, I know, But and by the way, they don't react like. You got to be a certain way with black-mouth curs. Like, I've raised dogs before, puppies and shit, but black-mouth curs are apparently very sensitive. So using any type of negative reinforcement or anything like that doesn't work. They respond negatively to that. Obviously, it's negative reinforcement. So you can't really yell at them or, use a very mean voice. It's been crazy. You love the puppy stage is fun. Indiana is 7 weeks. He actually turned 7 weeks old Monday, so he's very, very young. We're taking him Thursday to get his checkup and make sure that he's up to date on all of his shots. But yeah, dude, like actually the calming down phase for black-mouth curs, I think it's like, and maybe it's normal for most puppies is like 6 months. So a positive J for the next few weeks. Fuck no. It's going to be a very sleep-deprived J. I'm running on like fucking 3 hours of goddamn sleep a night, bro. It is a fucking April, my wife, she works, she has to be in at work at 5 o'clock in the morning and she works till 1:30. So I have puppy duty. When I go to bed, whatever time, 9, 10 o'clock, whatever, when we put him down, I wake up. If it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, have to take him outside, do his poopy and pee-pee, and then run him back inside and make sure that he understands it's a calming time and we have to go to sleep because mama, meaning my wife, is sleeping and she has to get up for work and like is insane. Dude. Does he bark a lot? No. No, he hasn't really discovered his bark yet. He's got the whining phase down to a fucking like art form. He's got a little bit of a bark, but not much. So not yet. Jeremy says, I'm getting a kitten this Saturday. I feel your pain. Oh, well, yeah, dude. Yeah. Look, and listen, right now, a kitten, would it be better or worse? Shoo, I don't know. I've never been a cat guy. I guess some would say I've never been a pussy dude. I've never been a cat guy, so I don't know. Kittens can be very destructive, but kittens and cats, in my opinion, they're very self-sufficient. They don't need you.
Yeah, all. I'm a cat guy, but cats are way easier, dude.
Cats are way easier.
I'm a dog guy, but
once you join, once you put their litter box down, they kind of know what they're doing, and that's it. They don't really need your attention or affection to do their own thing, right? They're like really fucking spiders. They live in corners. They live in corners and attack you from around the bend. Puppies are 100% reliant on everything you fucking do, the tone you use, the way your attitude is. Like they clock this shit. So you got to be careful with, like, I don't want Indiana to wind up being, like I said, black-mouth curs. You can't be, there's no negative reinforcement doesn't exist in their world. So if you yell at him, like I would never do this to a puppy. Like he pee-peed a couple of times in the apartment, which is normal. He's like 7 weeks old. So you can't be like, no, you can't, you can't do that. You got to be like, it's okay. All right. And then you got to pick them up and take them outside immediately and let them do their thing. The only thing he's not done, thank God, is he's not pooped in the apartment. He's just peed.
That's pretty good for a puppy. Damn.
Yeah, he's really, black-mouth curs are extremely smart. He's also, but the other, like today, like he ripped my Spawn fucking poster down from the hallway. Like he grabbed the fucking tag off the wall and was ripping the fucking poster.
Yeah. And they need a lot of outside time. Like they need.
No, I know. That's all, dude. My fucking ankles are swollen. All right. I look like I got fucking elephantitis in my ankles from how many times I've like walked, like I've gotten up, run him outside, walked him around the apartment complex nonstop. But he's such a stubborn bitch too.
It almost says he doesn't like Spawn.
Well, that's fine. I mean, not everyone is a scholar. We get it. Okay. But Spawn is one of the greatest comic book characters to ever exist. But no, but the thing that you walk him outside and he's doing his thing, he's stubborn as shit. He'll stand there when he wants to go and he'll be like, like that. He'll just stand. I'm like, stop it, mother, because he's embarrassing me. There's windows all around us, and they're all watching you have this battle of wills. So I have to anyway, it's a whole thing. But yeah.
Well, when he's a little bit bigger, you can take him to dog parks and let him run around and just be crazy. That'll help.
Well, right now, so he's going on 2 months. The calming phase doesn't even happen until like 6. But Buster was such a good dog. Like he was like, you could leave him alone. He could do his own thing. I'm hoping that we can still generate like that type of parenting so that he's not gonna wind up being a crazy fucking ass and like just right. And like I was telling them, April gets up early. She has to be at work at 5 a.m. So even tonight when I go to bed, if he whines and shit, I have to be the one to wake up, which I've done every fucking night. Every time he whines, pick him up, take him outside. But you have to set constraints. I'm literally getting into Cesar Romero shit. You must make your dog understand, you owner, you alpha. But I have to take him outside and then immediately take him back into the bedroom where all the lights are off and make him lay down and be like, this is quiet time. This is what we call sleep time. But he'll be like trying to, anyway, it's a whole fucking thing.
That's a fucking wild thing, dude. But
I could never be a parent 100% because this shit only lasts for a little while. A fucking parent's nightmare is having a child that has to have their diapers changed and all this bullshit goes on until.
I mean, that's not just a parent's nightmare. That's just kids.
No, fuck
that's every kid.
Fuck them kids. Because even when it gets up to that point where they're like 4 and 5 years old and you're still having to do that shit, I'm like, nah, dude, fuck that. Like, get a job. I would not have the patience. So I applaud you and anybody else that's parents. Because, dude, I'm telling you right now, this shit, it only goes on till about 6 or 7 months, and then they're good. If I had a kid, and they're like, no, you got about 18 more years of this. Like, nah, dude.
Well, to be fair, it's only the first like 3 years where they're untenable completely. But
yeah, but then they enter the asshole phase where they just want to be like mean to you for no fucking reason.
You know who's been mean to us is the Friday the 13th franchise. God, I'm getting good at these fucking segues. I'm Marvin Bartlett on Fox News, everyone. But Crystal Lake, we have a fucking date. We have a fucking date. They gave us a date for the non-Jason non-Jason Friday the 13th show. Partly, we'll get into that. But they finally announced the prequel series is going to premiere on October the 15th, right in the middle of Halloween season, which is a sweet spot.
Yeah, we got a lot going on this. We got a lot going on this October, so we got to fit this in somewhere with our schedule.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I can't fucking wait. I feel like I'm gonna be disappointed because I'm gonna be waiting on Jason. Now there is this picture though of Jason. I gotta find it. Hang on a second. They did release when they announced this,
dude. That picture of Jason's mom looked like every Macy's Day Parade mom.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand, dude. I don't understand.
My
people
kid's
like
not number one they're not number one of the column.
People say they're like, dude, I just really think that Pamela is just really underexplored, and I can't wait to really get deep in it. She was a crazy bitch. Like, what is so interesting about Pamela? She was a fucking nutbag. She's a movie of the week. She's not a messiah.
Yeah, you know? Dude, Friday the 13th Part 1. It's classic. It's great. It's amazing. Amazing performances.
There's a reason they killed her off after one movie, though. Fuck.
But after you watch it and then you get into the Jason lore, you never really have to go back and watch it again because after that, it's like I just want to see Jason. That's it.
I just don't see what's so interesting about it. Like I don't get it. Like we want to see Jason.
But what about Eli, his father? We want to hear about Eli.
And I'm sure they'll get into that. But yeah, dude, they did release this tease of young Jason, whatever young Jason's going to be. Look at that big ass fucking head of Jason there.
This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you feed your baby Tylenol to keep them quiet. You must stop.
I do like that though. That looks pretty cool. He's got a big ass head, dude.
Yeah, big bulbous old head. Yeah, that looks like a Chia Pet.
Yeah, dude. That looks like a Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, you get smacked if you say that again.
But the good news is we have a date. So the show is actually going to happen. Whether the show is a big piece of shit or not, it remains to be seen. If it's boring, remains to be seen. But we do have a date, October 15th, right in the middle of Halloween.
How many episodes are they doing?
I had no fucking clue. Probably 10.
Oh my God. Oh, okay, I was going to say, dude, you do not follow Mark Ruffalo.
Huh? No, it's telling me to follow Mark.
Oh, I was going to say, fuck that weirdo. Okay,
no,
I don't like him. You do not follow that guy.
A whiny little bitch is what Mark Ruffalo is. But yeah, dude, did you hear this, by the way? Sally Field. Now, I'm sure that when you read the article, it doesn't read this bad, but this headline's fucking terrible, dude. Sally Field says she thought Robin Williams wasn't funny while filming Mrs. Doubtfire.
Well, because she was method acting. She thought she was his wife, or she was his wife. So
She said Robin was always trying something different to make me laugh. It was so unfunny. I can't begin to tell you. And then Pierce, wonderful Pierce Brosnan, we were sitting at a table at the restaurant and he made a fart noise on his arm and I was gone. That was it.
Yeah, so
like,
she's method acting. She fell in love with Pierce Brosnan's character, and that's who she like got with. By the way, Robin Williams, if that's true, then Robin Williams must have pulled from that particular interaction with Sally Field when he was interviewing for the job in Mrs. Doubtfire, and the girl was like, "Do you think you're funny?" He's like, "I used to, until you told me different." Like, dude, that's how I feel anyway when I read the comments on YouTube. It's like, hey, do you think you're funny? I used to, until I read those comments.
That must be, it's like that meme when some really handsome dudes like, hey girl, let me get in those pants. And she's like, you're so funny. And then there's a fat guy and he's like, hey, how you doing? And she's like, HR. Like what a crazy thing to say about Robin Williams in this day and age though. Like,
I'm going to go out on a limb and maybe she was joking. I don't know.
She had to be, right? Like, that's what I'm thinking.
I would imagine it's joking. And here's the thing. I will say something about Robin Williams. I think that Robin Williams was an amazingly talented actor that could pull off comedy and drama in a way that we really haven't seen from anybody else, uniquely to Robin Williams, right? I will also say, though, on that same hand, I think that some of his stand-up was not that great. I watched a lot of his stand-up, or some of his stand-up, not all of it, not a bunch, but I've seen enough of it to be like, that's kind of, it's a lot of high energy, and some of the jokes land, but a lot of it is relying on the ADHD, like, nature of Robin Williams to make it funny. You know what I mean? Like, it was good, but some of it was just like, it just didn't hit in the same way.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, and I'm with you, dude. I think we should look at that and be like, she was probably just joking. She was probably laughing while she said it. And
dude, I think that was just like, joke. I think there's no way you work with Robin Williams on a movie and not laugh your fucking ass off with most of his antics. Like,
what a way to
it'd be like saying that Jim Carrey. Well, it's like it was like you'd have to be like Tommy Lee Jones, and like, I hate Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is one of the worst people I've ever met in my life. He smells like pee, and I don't like it. He's not making me laugh. Because that's the only thing that's when Jim Carrey said that Tommy Lee Jones hated him on Batman Forever. I believe that. Okay, I can look at Tommy Lee Jones's face. The mirror is scared of Tommy Lee Jones and only shows
at least Jim Carrey's still with us. It's kind of a fucked up thing to say.
The mirror is scared of Tommy Lee Jones and only shows Tommy Lee Jones in the best light because it's scared of Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones just looks miserable all the fucking time.
I could see Tommy Lee Jones hating. Dude, this is crazy. Brennan Fraser says, please wish me luck ahead of the Mummy 4. I'm doing my best to get this 57-year-old gear in shape.
He already looks great. I've seen the set photos. He looks good.
Yeah, I don't know if there's some in here or not. He's doing a good job, dude. But yeah, and I don't mean this in any. There's no pictures in there. I don't mean this in any disparaging way, but like, for Brendan Fraser to be able to get himself from where he currently is back in that shape, it's going to take something crazy. And I revere him and like fucking applaud him for even trying at this point in his life to go back to that. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm rooting for him, dude. I'm fucking rooting for him.
After everything that Fraser went through, dude, and getting back in the saddle. Dude, that dude is like, he's like a Keanu Reeves. You can't just help but love the guy. Like everything that he went through, all the bullshit that went his way, and to come back in the way that he's coming back. I mean, kudos to this fucking guy, dude. Kudos to him. And the thing is, by the way, he's an inspiration for a lot of guys, right? That may have gone through a similar thing.
Yeah, and he's 57 years old. It's not easy to do at 57. I'm having trouble getting back in shape at 40. You know what I mean? Like. But then again, he does have Hollywood. He's got all the steroids he wants, all the TRT.
Brendan Fraser, to be honest, I'm going to throw out something here. Brendan Fraser could be a great Punisher, dude, because he could draw on all that shit. He was actually like fucking churned out and tossed away.
I would love to see that.
I mean, I mean, not really. I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, if he does get in shape though, like I would love to see it. But like, hey, here's us. Cheers, Brendan Fraser. Here's us rooting for him. I hope he can do it, man.
I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna go see the Mummy 4 just to put 100%. Fucking money in his pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good guy.
We're all rooting for him. The Batman 2 is going to be set during winter, and there is some
that's gonna be sexual.
Herring.
Okay, never mind. I thought it was more groundbreaking Batman Returns was set during winter. So
That's true. But here's some screen test shots. They're gonna set this bitch during winter, which is dope as fuck. Can't wait to see that.
Did you like the car? Because that's the car shots.
The car's badass.
I never like. Here's the thing. The Pattinson car, I love the movie. I think the Robert Pattinson film is one of the best Batman iterations of all time. I 100% I do agree that it is. But the car, I don't know. It just looked like they borrowed it from Vin Diesel. I understand it's the beginning of Batman's career, so the car's not like all decked out shit with all the bells and whistles, but it's just a Charger with extra steps.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it looks cool. I hope, and honestly, in the same vein, hey, if Brendan Fraser at 57 years old can get back in the gym, all right,
yeah,
maybe Robert Pattinson can actually lift some fucking weights and start to look like Batman.
Well,
just maybe he'll actually like pick up a dumbbell. I don't know. It's just a possibility.
But just maybe it's possible that you can look at the fact that he was telling a great detective story and Robert Pattinson happened to be in the suit. And just maybe you could let go of the Twilight fucking saga that he had to do to make money.
Maybe eat a steak and get some protein and
maybe
take on the mantle of Batman like a man. And
maybe he did, and maybe you can stop living in La La Land and tripping on acid.
You're Batman. Pick up some weights. Pick up some weights.
Jesus Christ, he doesn't have to be fucking Ben Affleck that fucking was taking steroids.
He doesn't have to be Edward fucking Scissorhands either. You know what I'm saying? Like he can actually get in there and put some work in.
Which he was, by the way.
Yeah, he was Edward Scissorhands. So he was
no, I'm sorry. Right? I'm sorry. He was going through his gothic phase because he didn't know how to be Bruce Wayne. He had to be Batman.
Who's ever looked at, hey, who I'd like to see really play Batman? Fucking Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance, back when he was cracked out. That's what I want to see. Maybe he just, I don't know, just play the role. I don't know.
Maybe you could just stop being a hater for 5 seconds.
Just get in the gym.
Scream
in the gym, Robert.
Scream sucks. How about that? Scream sucks. How about that? How about that? How about that? You like that? Scream sucks. It sucks. It's too.
I've never heard that before. Please tell me again. So yeah, that's that is the news. And now, and we're getting started.
By the way, here's a question. I do want to ask the chat this, and well, you can chime in too. Do you guys think that at some point later on, if James Gunn stays around, right? Because the future is weird with James Gunn.
Yeah,
with the merging that's happening right now. Do you think that if he were to stay around, do you think that he would cannibalize the Matt Reeves Batman because he's like, I don't know what to fucking do?
He clearly doesn't know what to do.
No, I mean, as far as Batman goes.
Yeah, no, I think he'll probably end up doing that because he clearly has no idea what the fuck to do with Batman.
I mean, what do you guys chat? Do you think that James Gunn would be like, because Matt Reeves was very solid. He's like, this is my own separate universe. I don't want to be a part of an overarching storyline with Justice League and all that shit. I want to be my own thing. Do you think that James Gunn, if he were to stay on longer and he'd be like, you know what, we kind of need you. And then Matt Reeves would abandon the project and be like, I'm good. And then would Robert Pattinson stay around?
I don't know. But I will say this. We are 2 hours and 11 minutes into the stream, and we still have a review to do before we get to the comment section. Well, and that review is totally killer for our buddy Chris Bustin. Bustin makes him feel good. And we have a tier on our Patreon.
Busted a nut all over our face with this shit movie. Thank you.
We have a tier on our Patreon where you can pick and our members only on YouTube where you can pick a movie for us to review. And his choice was Totally Killer. This is a movie that came out around the COVID era.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull up the IMDb for you now and pull up the exact year. I watched this movie when it came out. 2023 is when it came out. So it was right at the end of the COVID era, a little bit past it. But I think it was made during the COVID era. And it's one of those direct, you could call it a ripoff of Scream. You can call it inspired by Scream, but it's there's a killer on the loose. Who is the killer? Who done it?
Look at that face.
With a time travel aspect to it. And this thing it was one of those Blumhouse movies that came directly to Amazon Prime or whatever it was at the time. And people fucking loved it. And I watched it back then and I was like, oh,
no, dog, that ain't it. Like here's the thing. The premise of the movie is phenomenal. I think it's cool. I like time travel. I like slasher horror movies.
Mhm.
So the premise is amazing. The execution, what the fuck did you do? What the fuck was that? That's the execution. The entire film, other than the premise, is nothing but a preachy ass fucking story about a 2023 sensitive bitch going back in time to 1987 and then making sure that during the midst of her tracking down the killer, right, to stop the killer from committing heinous crimes, to make sure that she stops and lets you know that that joke is homophobic. Gay people are awesome, but that joke had homophobic undertones. You son of a bitch. Thanks, and get the fuck out of here.
It's very,
outta here.
very much. So that's the idea. The movie starts, it starts at curtain time. And then there's a killer and there's a podcaster who's covering the killer. Is a Sweet 16 killer because he stabbed his victims 20 or 16 times. And her mom is attacked. And then this girl, this is the loosiest, goosiest part of the plot to me.
Yeah.
I find a lot of time travel movies to just be dumb as fuck.
I like some of them. Some of them are really badly handled, but
right. I'm one of the few people who sees a time travel movie, and that actually makes me less interesting because I'm
love
interested.
I love it.
I know,
yeah,
I know. Like, and a lot of people do. I'm one of the few people who don't because I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
here we go. We got to do the butterfly effect thing. What does this mean?
Yeah, I guess
It's just
you
gonna
had
get
it, yeah.
convoluted. And here we have a screen type slasher who does the time travel thing too. And they do it the dumbest way. She just goes up to this girl and she's like, I've been working on this thing for the school fair. And then the killer goes to attack her, misses her, stabs the time machine. And then she goes back in time and she shows up in the 80s. And then she realizes that she can save her mom and her friends if she finds out who the killer was in the 80s and stops him. But like Jay said, it being 2023 in the midst of all this shit, a lot of the movie just turns into her walking around the 80s, pointing at shit and calling it problematic.
It's it's pandering at the max, dude. Like this motherfucker was like wrote by The Verve.
Don't you put that on The Verve?
Not the Verve. Vice. Or so, like that really ass, like the
like Rolling Stone magazine,
or some bullshit like that, like some like journalistic bullshit. Anyway, listen, I don't care. Okay, maybe I'm not great with words or something when I'm talking about journalism because I don't like fucking follow all that.
I get what you mean. I get
whack ass shit, but no, dude, it's this chick running around and she's playing an 11th grader. Clearly, she's a 45-year-old or a 55-year-old, depending on how you look at her in the certain kind of light, living alone in San Francisco in a one studio apartment with cats all over her, making sure that her goddamn protest signs are perfectly articulate and going down to the nearest post office to fucking make sure that nobody passes. Nobody passes because her message is important. That's all she fucking does, by the way. For the lot of she runs around. Her fucking job is to prevent this guy in a Max Headroom mask from killing the teens in 1987. But she has to stop when she goes back to the 1987 high school when she sees on the fucking logo, not the Sun Devils or whatever the fuck it was called, and you see a Native American. She's like, of course, blatant racism. I should have expected that. And then she runs inside because you have to stop to make sure that that's pointed out.
And it becomes this whole entire thing like, to
the popular girls in high school, right? The 1987 popular girls. She has to go up to the Mollies who are talking about Fat Trish, which is a classmate of theirs that they made fun of, that she died or whatever. She said, first off, you can't call her that. And second off, what do you mean? Who's Trish? And then she's got to be like, what's with all like tearing down women? We're supposed to be building each other up. Like, get your fucking ass back to 2023. I despised most of the film because the lead actress was insufferable. She's annoying. She's pandering. She's a caricature of the times, especially the 2022, 2023 times. It's not enjoyable, dude. Like, you had a great idea to make a fun kind of like over the top, quirky, cheesy serial killer movie with some time travel elements in it, but instead you chose to make it a vehicle for some dumb shit. But I'm not shocked because it's a Blumhouse production. I'm not shocked.
Yeah, like that's definitely a big thing about it. It's definitely it's a time capsule of that whole thing where it's like, oh man, I fucking love it when they call this shit out. But it's like, dude, she goes back to the 80s, and it's like some of the shit that she was ripping on. It was like that was actually cooler back then.
Well, even the actors,
like,
by the way, I gotta be honest. Even some of the actors that were playing the '87 kids, they were trying to make them like over the like. I was like, dude, I've seen the movies from the '80s. They all weren't like this. Like, there's a jock guy with the flat top, this black dude, that every time she says it, he grabs his dick. He's like, yeah, why don't you suck on this unit? I'm like, they didn't all act like that, dude.
Yeah, but like what you said though is right. Like, what works about the movie is the premise. Even though I'm not into time travel movies, it was a totally killer premise, as you could put it, because, and honestly, like some of the Scream stuff worked. I like the mask. He looks like a Beavis and Butthead type dude with like an earring and like a California t-shirt on. I thought he was kind of freaky and cool. I was digging that. I really dug the opening sequence. And again, I watched this for the second time. I love the opening sequence because it's got the mom from Modern Family, and the dad is the dude from Dead Man on Campus.
She was from Happy Gilmore. She was the girlfriend.
Yeah. And the dad's the dude from Dead Man on Campus and from Night at the Roxbury. He's like, I'm just really worried about your triceps. You guys want to do some power bars? And I love those two, and they were great. And so the opening scene, like, I was locked in. And then the second they go back in time, I was like, it's a cool idea. Like, it's like Hot Tub Time Machine. Let's go back to the 80s. But where they could have had a lot of fun with the 80s, let's go back to the 80s where shit's wild and weird and strange. It felt like two things. I feel like horror over the past decade, Son of Summer or whatever the fucking movie, Summer of '87 or whatever, horror has a problem right now because of Stranger Things, where they're obsessed with trying to do the 80s, and then they almost never nail it. It always just feels like this. Can't. Yeah, it almost always feels like this pandering.
That's all it is.
We have a synth song. It's the 80s again, and the movie it does a terrible job of showing the 80s for what it was.
The best part of this movie is the soundtrack. That's the best part.
Yeah,
the best part is the soundtrack, because you hit Bananarama. You hear I don't know the actual group's names, but there's a lot of great 80s music when she goes back to 87. But then she's, oh my god.
Jay's been inconvenienced by having to change his battery, but yeah, I know what you're saying. Honest to God, I lost interest when it went back to that, because you're right. It's a bunch of pointing shit out and being like, that's problematic, and it's like, I can't roll my eyes to the sun any further than I already have. But I don't know. It never had stakes to me. Like, it never had any. Like, there was some decent kills in it. There's the slasher. There's the whodunit vibe. But eventually, you just get really annoyed with everybody, and it always feels so. Just like if 2025 tried to make a Saved by the Bell, it would just be so just like caricatured that it never really felt real. None of the characters felt real. Everybody felt like they were acting in a movie, trying to point out all the problems with the 80s. Definitely lost the plot. So for me, I never really enjoyed the movie when I first watched it either. But there's a lot of people who really love this movie. Like, I put it on Twitter. It's like, what do you guys think about this? And there's a ton of people who are like, fucking love that movie, had a blast with it. So I think we're in the minority. But I'm glad you brought this up, Chris, because it's a movie that people have strong opinions about, and we never talked about it before. So me being a lover, a deep lover of Scream ripoff films, I could not get into this one. Like, it's actually a chore for me to sit through. So I don't blame you for picking it, because a lot of people like to talk about it, and some people really like it. And I like the mask. I like the killer idea. It could have been a great movie, but it was just, yeah, it was one of those COVID-ish type of movies that just felt plastic for me. Like, I could never get into it. It felt like a very hollow fucking nostalgia look into the past, while also trying to blame the past for being the past. And I don't know. Wasn't for me. Not for me. I can't play the trailer because we're trying to make this stream not copyright, whatever. But watch it, because a lot of people do like it a lot. Like, a lot of people really enjoy it. So maybe if the things that in this that bother us won't bother you. I thought it was a great premise, and I love that they had again, Julie Bowen, and I love they had the dude from Dead Man on Campus. The opening was awesome. The way they tied in the podcast to it and the whodunit of it all was cool, but just did not land for me. I found it really annoying about halfway through, same as Jay did, you know, who will possibly be back any moment now. Got to switch that battery. Got to switch it. But Chris, thank you for picking this movie, dude, because again, a lot of people really love it. They do. Like, so I say watch it for yourself. Watch it for yourself and get your vibe for it. But for me, I probably gave it like a 5.5 or something back then, but it's more of 4.5 for me now, watching it back now. Did you get your battery changed there, Sweet Cakes?
Yeah, it took too long, so I don't even care anymore. The movie sucks. It's a 1.5. Don't watch the shit.
1.5, that's right.
It's a dog shit ass fucking movie, dude. It's dog shit. All right. There's nothing about this PP water movie that's good. All right. The premise is good. The soundtrack is great. They ruin it with modern politics. Of course they do. They want to force feed you to their fucking cock that's got all sorts of goddamn rainbow anal beads all around it, and you must suck it to fucking like it. I hate this fucking movie. It was a terrible fucking. To watch the shit is to suffer through Grenada in a POW camp. It sucks. It sucks, dude. All right, it's a terrible movie. The main girl is so sassy. She thinks she's so fucking badass because she's coming in with all her modern politics. Like, bitch, she should have been the first one to die. Fuck your time machine. Anyway, yeah. I don't even.
Chris, Chris, thanks for the movie recommendation, man. Again,
I think
a lot of people love it.
Chris, you know what? I think you were in a bad place in your life when you recommended this. I think that you were sucked in by the cult, and you were like, I think it's speaking to me on levels that I've never ever felt in a horror movie, and I want to share this. And
a lot of people just like it as a slasher movie and don't see any of that shit. To be fair,
okay. At the beginning of the movie, when the girl from Happy Gilmore gets brutalized, it was good. Like the way that she was like, that was actually pretty cool. I mean, it was a little corny when she's like, I've taken Jukandu and all my, and she was whooping his ass a little bit. I was like, all right, it's getting a little corny. But then when he starts killing her, it's like, that is kind of brutal. Because you hear her like saying stop or whatever, and he's like fucking stabbing her. That's pretty brutal. And then the trick-or-treaters come in and find her body. But after that, dude, it gets like, what the fuck?
See, I'm surprised that you hated this but loved Hard Eyes. I hated Hard Eyes, and you loved it, but it had a lot of the same shit. Like,
not to Jeremy, come on, dog.
I agree with Jeremy. It had a lot of the same shit.
It did not.
It really
did not have it. No, it did not. First off, there was no time travel.
You were not gonna touch it.
They didn't do time travel and go back to 1987 to try to fucking force feed 87 kids their modern politics. That didn't happen.
I think it was.
I think that this movie was trying to be like, we're ashamed of the 80s. Okay, such a terrible place, and so we're going to go back in time and make sure that they understand that that's not the way things go in 2023. Fuck you.
Speaking of fuck you, no, thanks, Chris. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you ruining my day, but I love you, man. Thank you.
Over to Stream Elementos, where you can send your super chat without YouTube putting their grubby 30% on it. Zay says Mortal Kombat 2 was bad. I was excited to see it and had all the hope in the world. Then it started and just hit a middle bar and stayed there. I can't agree more. No fatalities. They had 2 tiny fatalities, nothing like the games. At one point, I could see the green screen behind Kano.
Oh my god, dude! Hey, Zay, next time can we just tap you in and you do the review for us? Because that would be awesome. Because that's exactly how we felt. But
yeah,
we're fat assholes because we don't understand.
I couldn't agree more, dude. Zay also says, Loomis Chalice, if you guys had to refund every donation super chat you have ever received, would you guys be straight on cash or would you be in some deep shiznit? Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm a week to week guy. I'm not staying at the Cayman Islands. I don't have a boat. So yeah, I mean, if you repoed my toaster, I'd probably be in a bad situation. So yes,
if you refunded every donation / super chat.
Oh, I forgot it was Loomis Chalice.
Yeah, guess what? There would be no holding facility for Michael. He would be every neighborhood stabbing every titty that he could find. the government money that I get enough to buy Quaker Oats, not keep Michael locked up.
Jason said the both of y'all deserve the most. Appreciate it, man. Jay, congrats on the new pup. Are you guys excited for Spider-Man Noir? Personally, looking forward to it more than Brand New Day. Closer to the Cliff Booth movie, it would be a cool tier list with Fincher, Tarantino directors.
Oh, that'd be cool.
We have done Fincher versus Tarantino, I think. No, maybe that was Fincher versus Cameron. We've done something like that.
We did because finally you have to. Cameron is better than Fincher. We did a Fincher Cameron thing, not a Tarantino.
But we did a Fincher, Cameron, Tarantino tier list, I think.
We never did the characters of any of them. I think we did a Cameron versus Fincher. So we never did the actual characters.
We did a director's tier list that I think was Tarantino, Fincher, and Cameron. But either way, Google it because I think it's on there.
But we could just pick the characters and then have them. Who's the best character?
The characters specifically. Yeah. No, that's a good idea, Jason. Anonymous says, "Sup guys?"
Spider-Man Noir. I want to. It looks cool. I'm gonna watch it. So thank you.
Yeah, I can't get into anything they're putting out so far, but Nick Cage as Spider-Man, it's a must watch.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is. Thank you, Jason. Anonymous says, "Sup guys, my youngest son Hunter's been struggling at batting this season. Can Loomis and Chalice give him a pep talk so he can get his bat going? Much love." Listen, if you want to get the bat going, son, I imagine that you're at least when you say your younger, I'm going to change my answer because I don't know how old your kid is here. I don't want to tell tales outside of school. But batting is like women. All right. And maybe when you're old enough, you'll understand this. All right. As they said in Signs, swing away, Merle. Swing away. You swing. It's the same thing as women. You go out there and you swing it fucking everything, son. All right. You swing at all of it. All right. Maybe have a couple Boilermakers in between when you're of age. You start to feel better. Your juices will be flowing. You'll have a lot of courage. And just go out there and swing your fucking ass off, kid. And just do that. And Miss Grumbridge will be looking at you in no time.
Your name is Hunter. Hunt for a home run. Swing the shit out of that bat and bust the guts out of that baseball. And imagine the baseball is your father, his head. Every time he said no to your Nintendo 64 that you wanted for Christmas and the Donkey Kong 64 game.
And keep your back elbow up.
Shut up. Make sure you bust your father's head wide open. That baseball is your father's head.
Lauren Lavera's man, who's Eric Hess. Everyone knows it's Eric Hess. You don't have to hide.
You're not disguising yourself very well, bro.
If you two in chat could have any one superpower of your choosing, but had to compete in a 1v1 MK fight to the death, what would you choose? Love y'all, Wham Fam, Sydney Sweeney, and Lauren Lavera.
Together? Wow, dude. You'd bust nuts all over the world.
No doubt it's Cyclops' power. It's a laser, it's over with. I have a laser, you don't, you're dead, it's done. I'm the most not racist person you've ever heard of. It's the laser, Cyclops. That's what I'm going with.
If you two in chat could have any one superpower of your choosing, I would take long shot ability because you can manipulate the odds in your favor forever. Long shot's a mutant. A lot of people don't know who that is. Long shot's a mutant, a part of the X-Men. His whole power is manipulating odds to go in his way.
Or you could just go Domino. Domino has this.
Well, Domino's similar, but yeah, just if the odds ever be in your favor, you could win any fight. It doesn't matter if they have fucking superpowers. You could always win.
Yeah. What's yours, chat? Silent Evil 999 says one thing that's very underrated about Mortal Kombat 95 is the music. Thank you. Jay said we're watching it. The fucking intro comes on and they don't play the music in the intro. And Jay immediately goes, they didn't play the music in the intro. And I was like, I know.
They waited till the fucking credits, dude. Like Halloween 2, Rob Zombie.
Yeah, he says, I don't mean the EDM soundtrack full of banger artist tunes, but the actual score composition by George S. Clinton, A Taste of Things to Come, Demon Warriors, Final Combat. Yeah, dude, they gave us a fucking gong it was like dong, but they missed out. Test the right.
Silent Evil saying like we're being a little fanboyish and like wanting the actual techno music, which I think it's a missed opportunity, dude. Everybody was expecting it.
Yeah.
And you didn't do it, but I know what you're saying as well. The actual orchestra music that they did with 95 that wasn't just the techno shit was awesome. heads and tails above what they did with the new one. I'm sorry,
dude. It was missing the sauce. The movie did not have the sauce, in my opinion. Chris Buston said, when I saw Rohan Campbell starred in Silent Night, Deadly Night, I kind of threw up in my mouth a little because I immediately thought of Halloween Ends. Thankfully, this movie surprised me, and I really enjoyed the plot twist. Pretty rad tier for me. Exactly where I'd put that movie, dude. I don't think you saw the new Silent Night, Deadly Night.
I see it all the time. I see it like every other day.
Rohan Campbell was fucking awesome in that movie. It's not his fault what they did with Halloween Ends, no more than it is anybody else that worked on that set. That's a fucking badass remake of a movie right there.
Was Rohan Campbell, is that the young kid?
Yeah, it's Corey.
Oh god. It's not his fault. It's not your fault. I feel like I'm Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting, and I have to tell him it's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault. It's like, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me.
Austin says, y'all complain about Galactus getting nerfed when in both Infinity movies, Thanos goes full retard compared to his comic version, and an Infinity Gauntlet that controls all aspects of existence itself is overridden by a hammer thrown super hard. I hate it.
Wait, I mean, I never. Okay,
it's all in the presentation though. Like
Galactus was nerfed, but I also think that Thanos was nerfed. You know, okay, because I read the Infinity Gauntlet comic books back in the day in like 93 or 94, whenever it came out. I can't remember, like 93, I think. And the actual Thanos that controlled the Infinity Gauntlet was 100% nerfed for the movies. But
no.
I mean, it's cool. Yeah,
I mean, it happens in every movie, dude. At the end of every Nightmare on Elm Street movie, they nerf Freddy too.
But I do agree with Austin to the point with the hammer throw. I never even agree with that. I never specifically commented on the fact that Thor threw a fucking magic hammer or a magic axe that he got from the fucking midget from Game of Thrones, and that's what stopped Thanos. I think that's dumb as shit. I always thought that was dumb.
You could say that, to be fair though, you could say that about a lot of movies, you know. Tiffany says, hey guys, how you both doing? Rank your excitement for these movies that are literally all coming up within the next 3 weeks, tomorrow, the following week, and the week after. Obsession, Passengers, and Backrooms. She's most excited for Obsession.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Passenger. That movie looks like it's got.
I'm not watching that.
The nuts of it. I think the best film is probably going to be Backrooms, but Passenger looks like it has the highest ceiling, in my opinion.
I think it's going to be Obsession, Backrooms, Passenger.
Obsession first.
Yeah, I legitimately, dude. I think Obsession is going to be. It's not going to be like a groundbreaking movie, right? It's not going to be like a surprise hit, but I think it's going to surprise a lot of people that think it's going to be like a base level. That chick that's playing that girl, dude, she's like top notch.
Yeah,
not that because she just like she's obviously good looking, but also because actors like she looks like she looks like she's playing it very well. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. And the best part about that is that we live in a time where we got 3 possible bangers back to back to back, and Hokum was good too. Thanks, Ben.
Hey, thank you, Kyle,
brother. And thank you, Tiffany. And Papa Addis. Hey, fellas, how you doing? Also, quick question: if you and Mike travel back to 1899, aka Red Dead Redemption 2, and you guys entered into a small town, which gang's outlaws would you deal with? Would you deal with the O'Driscolls or the Lemoyne Raiders, and who would get shot first?
Right. So, okay, which gang outlaws would you deal with first? The O'Driscolls are pussies, so they're out first. The Lemoyne Raiders are some goddamn voodoo living out in the goddamn swamps. The Lemoyne Raiders would be last. I would deal with. So that's what you're asking, right? You guys, which gangs would you deal with?
This is which gang would you run with? That's what I'm guessing.
The Raiders, 100%. They can like protect you with some backwood shit. And I'm not a racist. You know, the Lemoyne Raiders are like fucking. They like that rebel attitude. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna stick with main dude. I'm gonna stick with fucking. It's not perfect.
And Mike would get shot first. Mike would immediately get shot first.
Yeah, because I would go out shooting, rooting, tooting, cowboy style. I would go.
I'd be like, look at that fucking weirdo bitch wearing the Dorito shirt.
I would
don't like
definitely do that. Jay'd be like, I'm not leaving my tent. I'm gonna sit in here. I'm gonna shave.
I'm gonna say, you know what? I'd survive.
I would die.
And he would die.
You would get herpes and die. Silent Hill 999 or Silent Evil 999 says, Shao, what do you think of Cole Young? Shao Kahn. I think he's a good man. I like him. I got nothing against him, but I'm definitely not going to make orphans of his children.
Was that a line?
I don't know. I don't know.
God damn, man. That sounds terrible. Yeah. Listen,
I'm definitely gonna make
well, we can't give you spoilers, but yeah,
without giving spoilers, it's kind of hard to. Happy with how that turned out. Let's just say that. Happy with how that turned out.
That was a really good part of the movie.
Yeah, really happy with how that turned out. Matt Roberts says, I messed up last week and sent half of a 2-part story twice. My teacher would do trivia each day to win cards. And part 2 is that I Googled the questions and found the website when he was getting them from in the same order and pre-cheated and won cards every day.
God damn, Matt. How fucking young are you, bro?
Get it, dude. Just do what you got to do to survive in this fucking world.
You were using a phone in class to Google Dude, back in the day, I got a Sean Flaherty Fleer basketball card because I answered a math question right. I'm like, this is gonna be worth money because it was a rookie card of Sean Bradley from the 76ers. And I didn't have, because back then you didn't have phones to look that shit up right on in real time.
I did bar trivia with a group of people and they were like, you're not allowed to look at your phones. And every single buddy at the table looked at their phones and we won because like everybody else is looking at their phones too, but we won. And it's like, I don't know, like, you know, like, I mean, everyone else is doing it. Other people were doing it. So I don't know. Like, I mean, you have your phones.
Matt, I misread your question. You still look like the Red Ranger from Power Rangers. You're an awesome dude. He meant like he looked up the questions every day. He's a cheater, but
sometimes in this life you have to cheat.
You have to, I guess. You know? Okay.
Percy says, hey guys, since turning 21, things have been weird. I feel like people are acting like they live aliens.
They are aliens.
Who wins real world Freddy Krueger versus 2017 Pennywise? I'm taking Freddy Krueger. I don't know if Pennywise dreams.
Oh no, dude. Yeah, 2017 Pennywise kills that fucker. Like real world Freddy dies instantly.
But if Pennywise dreams, he's fucked. So
it's real world Freddy. He doesn't have that control anymore.
Well, I like Freddy Krueger better. What's the meanest comment y'all have gotten that had you all fighting mad?
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I've read comments before, like the usual fat, ugly, talentless, loser, skank. I don't know. I mean, I mean, none of them really. I just don't care. Yeah, like it's like they all just kind of go into this. Like they've made me mad before, but it goes into like what kind of an asshole. Like even though they've made me mad before, I'll say this. What I always come back to at the end of the day is that I have never once in my entire life watched someone just earnestly try to make a video and felt the need to go in the comment section to say something mean about them. And I feel like the kind of person who does that is a fucking asshole. So I'm like, whoever does that, I really don't care about their opinion. Most likely they look like Brendan Fraser from The Well. Yeah, so if I don't like you, I'm not really worried about it, and I'm not like I'm not insulting anybody. I am, but at the end of the day, I've watched YouTube videos where I didn't agree with what was being said or whatever. I might give them a dislike. I don't know, but generally speaking, I won't leave a comment. I have a couple of times, but it's never attacking them personally. Yeah, I'm just attacking the content of what they're talking about. But people that do leave personal insults or whatever, I'm like, dude, you're probably the biggest fucking loser in your entire life, and this makes you feel good because you're a keyboard warrior. And so I just like I don't know, like that shit doesn't trigger me. I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care. You have to remember if you guys do YouTube or anything, you have to remember when you read those, that could be anyone on earth. That could be a fucking KKK. It could also be AI. That could be That could be a fucking 6th grader who just got picked on today and is having a bad day. So like I suck at it. I react angrily, but at the end of the day, do I ever truly get bothered by it? I'm going to say no. Eminem or Green Day? It's fucking great. I think Eminem for what he brought to the scene. And I'm not even a big rap guy, but you got to give it up to Eminem. I mean, Green Day was great too. But Green Day also had a lot of competitors that were happening at the same time. I think Eminem brought something totally different to
It's
that
tough
realm.
for me. It's tough for me, but I am going to go Eminem because Eminem stands alone in what he does, in my opinion. There's no one like him. There are people like Green Day. Cody Buchanan says, guys, talk about OnlyFans. What about actors? Guys, talk about OnlyFans. What about actors make out, get naked, fake sex scenes in front of the camera?
True.
And these actors, most of them are married or in a relationship, but there's not typically, I mean, in 99.9% of the time, there's not actual penetration, but you do make a point. I mean, if you think about it that way, like some actors and actresses make money because they are attractive. So if you're their husband, but there's also a talent level involved in that.
Yeah,
so it at least
agree.
gives you, at least lets you skirt the issue.
I feel like there's nuance to like someone saying, I want to be an OnlyFans model versus being an actor that has to do sex scenes in a movie in regards to the art being presented on film. Like, if you're an actor, you have to do several scenes to showcase your acting ability, right? It could be drama, comedy, whatever, and then it just happens to be a part of the script where a love-making scene may have to happen. But by the way, when they do a love-making scene, there's a lot of preparation for this particular scene where they have to put a plastic sheet between the two bodies. Sometimes they use doubles or whatever. Versus an OnlyFans, like, hey, for $9.99, my butthole is going to be spread wide. Tonight.
That is the big difference.
At
least you're feigning some sort of art.
I think that you have to look at the art. It's like acting is an art. OnlyFans is a quick, rich scheme.
Yeah, in most cases.
And by the way, again, not fucking dogging on it, but OnlyFans for chicks, it's a quick, rich scheme while I'm still hot to get my body out there and make some money off of it. And God bless. I just can't be with you.
Man of Tomorrow says, what's up, Mike and Jay? Just wanted to pop in and say love you guys. Love you too, pal. Sunday night, I watched Superman 78. Then Monday, Batman Begins. Then Tuesday, Spider-Man 2002. Dude, you had a great week. You just picked the fucking hits.
You feel like a hero? I bet you do.
And they say that a hero can save us. In my opinion, those are the three greatest origin stories in comic book movies. Sting also did Ledger's Joker.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I don't think you're wrong. I don't think a lot of people would disagree with you. I think Christopher Reeve, Superman 78 is still the pinnacle of Superman. I don't think anyone's ever going to reach that again. Incredible performance, incredible movie. Batman Begins, really well done. I love the suit. Christian Bale, not my favorite, but after Batman and Robin, they brought it back from the brink. And Spider-Man 02, solid. So
I'd have to sit down and really think about it, but I think if someone put out those
origin, I don't know.
If someone put out those three to me as the greatest origin, it sounds like a pretty fucking solid list to me. Dan Torres says, was loading my U-boat today with 24-pack Michelob Ultras, turned around, split an entire pack of 12-pack bottle of Coronas, which are not my company's, in front of the store manager. I turned around like Ace when he couldn't find Einhorn's pee-pee. Oh boy. It just sounds like you had a good fucking time.
Yeah, you're a rebel, dude. You're a rebel. How dare you be on this boat?
Look, sir? It sounds like you had a great time, dude.
I hit my space bar and I went away.
Silent Evil 999 says, here's your problem with Mortal Kombat 2, guys. So you just need to watch it a second time with English subtitles. So then you'll be able to tell what 89% of Raiden's dialogue is and what he was trying to say. Hey, I didn't think Raiden was even that bad. Like, it was just
racist fuck. Because he's Asian.
I didn't like that it was a video game come to life. I came to watch a movie made out of a video game, not a video game.
Hey man, I have no problems watching the movie again, and maybe my opinion might change. It might happen. Evil Dead 2013, that happened. I came out initially hating it and didn't think it was that good, and then I went back and watched it. I'm like, it's a really good movie. That's possible, but it had nothing to do with Raiden specifically. It was just
I'd say doubtful. Percy says, if you were in charge of Marvel, what would you do? For me, I would do Saving Private Ryan mixed with Hacksaw Ridge type of movie with Steve Rogers. I like that. I like that a lot. Do an actual war movie with Captain America. But the thing is, it always has this fake sheen of it. Wonder Woman had war scenes. Captain America had war scenes, but none of them felt like Saving Private Ryan. None of them felt like fucking Gladiator or Braveheart. But you're right. If you did that, practical effects, do it on film, no CGI, that could fucking rip.
Dude, I've been on record, have said this multiple times. Captain America, if you had made it exactly like you said, Saving Private Ryan styled, there was a teaser poster going around back in the day before Captain America was even released, and it was Captain America on the beach, on the beaches of Normandy, and it was black and white, and all you could see was the shield on his back, which is the only color in the entire photograph. And he had his head down, and they wanted to make it like that. I'm like, that's the way you should have presented it. It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows and like spectacular effects. It should have been down in the dirt. It should have been a hope on the horizon.
Yeah,
with all this war shit going on. Yeah, 100%. That's exactly how I would have remade it, because Captain America should have been more important than what they did with First Avenger.
Yeah, I would have liked that as well. Could Ghostface defeat Cobra Kai teens? The answer is yes. Typically, I say no to these things because, like, look, they're like, hey, could Punisher beat Michael Myers? Of course, because Jamie Lee Curtis did. But in this case, I think most of the Cobra Kai teens were fucking idiots. I love them, but they're fucking idiots. So I would think Ghostface would tear through the fucking Cobra Kai teens personally.
Cobra Kai would fuck up pussy ass Ghostface every day.
Of course, you would say that, you fucking whore. Percy also says, who wins, Best of the Best crew versus the Menace to Society crew? Well, the Menace to Society crew had guns, so I'm going to take them. There is no choice. That's where I'm going to go.
Best of the Best crew wins all day. All day.
That's who we want to win. Percy says, also, if I were in charge of the DC, I would do a rated R, bloody, gory type of graphic violence Injustice trilogy. Suffering and Injustice. That has Batman as the protagonist and Superman as the villain, kind of like Vader and Luke Skywalker. Also, Punisher special suck donkey nuts, he says. I disagree with you on that part, but I do want to see the movie that you're putting down.
I don't want to talk to you anymore, Percy. What the fuck are you talking about?
Unfortunately, Percy has more to say. He says, I would have Batman in the Injustice trilogy getting absolutely destroyed in the first two movies. He would get his hand cut off by Superman in the third movie. Batman would beat Superman. Superman would sacrifice himself for Batman. I have the script for it. Just read it.
Jesus Christ, Percy.
It kind of sounds entertaining. I'm not going to lie. I'm not gonna lie, Percy. He says, y'all skip my stream elements, the one with the Lost Boys question. So sorry, Percy. Let me see if I can find
in real time. You're calling us out. What the fuck?
Percy, I'm gonna try to find it, Percy. I'm gonna do it. I'm for you.
If you guys don't know, Percy is Percy Jackson.
He's
from the novels.
I've been watching you guys since I was 14. I'll be 21 tomorrow. Hey, enjoy that 21st birthday. You think you're old?
Get drunk.
Look at fucking us, pal. Who wins in a game to 50? Prime Shaq versus Kobe. Listen,
I think Kobe wins all day long. I think Kobe wins all day long.
Kobe's my second favorite player of all time. You can't stop Shaq. He would just bully you into the paint and shoot little off the backboard baskets. Shaq would fuck Kobe's world up.
I don't think so, because I think that Kobe doesn't need to be on the inside to win. That's why, but Shaq only dominates on the in the paint.
Kobe wouldn't be able to stop him from scoring ever. Like
no, but he can only. But I'm saying, but Kobe can hit threes. He can hit on the outside. Like he doesn't have to be on the inside to win.
But if he misses one shot, he's fucked. Because Shaq's just going to back him up to the goal and put it right in.
But also hand-eye coordination. I think he would steal the ball multiple times from Shaq.
I hope so, because I love Cody. Who wins? Kobe. Who wins in a versus, Tupac or 99 Eminem? I'm going to go Eminem personally. I think Tupac is great, but I think Tupac's a little bit overrated. It's got a handful of songs. Eminem has like 20.
I'll go with Tupac.
Reboot Michael versus Kerry White. Kerry White fucking destroys Michael's ass
instantly. He's dead.
And I don't, Percy, I don't see the other one. Maybe we missed a couple. Then Austin said, "You guys ever try to score the hottest chick in school nobody could get? I never won, but
you're on 14 days ago.
Oh, that's probably why that happened, Jay. That's
Yeah.
Oh,
you're like 2 weeks.
Oh my God! I was what the fuck am I
time
on,
machine,
dude?
huh?
Jesus Christ! Did we answer that before? This is crazy.
I don't know. We're fine. You know what, Percy? We got you, dog. We got you. It's all good. No, we got them all. We're
yeah, I feel. It's a lot. It's a lot, but I gotta pee.
Okay.
You want to start with the super chit chats?
I will.
And I'll be back.
We're moving forward, Percy. Okay. Fuck the Olympians. No, I'm not. I love Percy Jackson. Okay.
Love you, Percy.
All right. Here we go. The Ghastly Ghoul. Appreciate you. Gifted 1 We Watched a Movie membership. Please thank Ghastly Ghoul if you got one. My camera better not die because it's a fresh battery. We appreciate you, Ghastly Ghoul. Ghost of the Pines. Member for 6 months. We appreciate you as well. I need Slender to sing a song of his choosing. Life is a mystery. Everyone must dance alone. Me hear you call me name, and it feels like hope. There you go. Madonna. We have Michael Parton. I'm still hoping a 3rd movie gets made for Mortal Kombat, I'm assuming. Well, if that's what you're talking about, I'm sure it's going to happen. The ending of the film opened it up for that. We have Michael Parton also saying 5 out of 10. It's a little better than the previous film. The levels look like the games, but the fatalities aren't as gory as the games, and the acting is pure ham. I agree with you. I feel like the set designs weren't that terrible, but I do feel like the acting was awful. So yeah. We also have Turlington saying whether you liked MK2, hated it, or fell somewhere in the middle, I think we can call 100% agree, or we can all 100% agree they misspelled combat. The only thing that should be this divided is our butt cheeks. You guys the best. Appreciate you for show. For show. Did they misspell the combat? I didn't even know. Child of the Corn. Thoughts on the Batman 2 in the snow, Mr. Freeze? Possibly. Listen, I think Batman will work very well in the snow, in the wintry environment. Will Mr. Freeze be an actual? Will he be the main villain? Maybe. Will we get a good representation of Mr. Freeze? Is the question. I don't know. I feel like they're going to go with Clayface. I feel like the Clayface movie that they're doing, they're soloing it, and I feel like that's going to be the next villain. Bry Guy says, "Hey Jay, what was your thoughts on the RE movie trailer, Resident Evil? I'm still weary. I feel like it could be a solid horror movie, but I don't know about the Resident Evil angle." That was pretty much my my take on it. Is I think that it looks like a cool zombie film, but I don't know. I don't think you need to slap a Resident Evil title on it. So it looked okay, and like their excuse was like, oh, like it's taking place on the other side of Raccoon City. I don't know. It looked okay, but yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic, but we'll see. Andromeda, Kane Hodder documentary is awesome. Everyone watch it. I haven't. Yeah, okay, well, there you go. Check out the Kane Hodder documentary. I watched the Hulk Hogan documentary. That was really good. So I didn't know they did a Kane Hodder one. Austin, when I was younger, I couldn't ever take a nap at my cousin's house because he turned off all the lights, locked the doors, and blast the psycho music. Well, your cousin's a dickhead, and I know the pain. The pain I know is when I saw The Ring for the first time in theaters. It was one of the scariest experiences I've ever had. And I came home
being with a woman.
Shut the fuck up. I came home and I fell asleep downstairs with all my friends staying over for the night. And what they decided to do was to lock me in the basement and shut all the lights off. And that scared the fuck out of me. But anyway, we have Kyle also gifting a We Watched a Movie membership.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you so much, Kyle. Also, thank Kyle if you got one. this stream. Cody Goodson says, Obsession was batshit insane, boys.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm hoping so, dude. I hope it lives up to the hype. I really want it to. Seeing it tomorrow.
By the way, just because you came back doesn't mean why people came back.
What?
We lost like 35 people.
It's on a delay. It's on a delay.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
It's on a delay.
Just because I hate it, totally killer. All right. Gary B, Mike and Jay, when does the Terrifier video game come out? Also, are you guys excited for Cape Fear on Apple TV? The Terrifier video game is already out, so you can get that right now. The arcade thing, it's available right now. I think it's like 20, maybe $30. I played the first. No, I beat it. I beat the game. It's fun. As far as the Cape Fear on Apple TV, I don't know.
I'm a huge fucking Cape Fear fan, so I'm looking forward to it. And Javier Bardem's a great actor, despite no more war and free Palestine. He's a great actor, so I'm looking forward to it.
Say it 3 times fast. I dare you.
Don't do it.
Says horror movies that are stuck behind the original shadow. Example, Halloween 78. It's the best. We all know this, and none of the movies surpass it. So
Every
what
one of them,
horror
dude.
movies that are stuck behind the original shadow? Like what? They can't move forward.
Every one of them, dude. I mean, Scream, Hellraiser, Nightmare on Elm Street. I wouldn't say Friday the 13th. I think it's gotten better, but
I think there are some that are stuck, but I don't think Hellraiser is one. I think Inferno. I think Inferno is one of the. I think Inferno is better than a lot of the other ones.
It's definitely not better than the first one, though.
But Nightmare 2 is arguably better than the first one.
Sure, but yeah, I think the worst ones that are stuck in the shadow of their previous ones, and I'll say it, is Scream, because it's by far the best one, and they've never had a great reveal since the first Scream movie. As much as I love the franchise, I'll admit that.
Texas
and
Chainsaw
definitely
Massacre.
Halloween. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw. They'll never be able to recreate that, so that's a big one. But Halloween's probably the biggest culprit because you'll just never be able to recreate. Seeing The Exorcist is probably the biggest one.
Well, I don't think there should be sequels to The Exorcist like at all.
I could live in a world without any of them for sure.
Michael Parton, you guys think Machete is the worst choice for a Nightmare? Freddy wouldn't just be shapeshifting to CGI booger monsters. He could do practical effects.
Yeah, dude. Machete is my fucking worst nightmare. It's going to be terrible CGI.
There's no way he'd get it. There's no way he'd get it.
We've waited all these years for Freddy to come back and for it to just look like Welcome to Derry.
There's no way. But there's no way Machete would get it. Top Wigger also says, you heard of Devil's Lake, Wisconsin, supposed to haunt it. What? You heard of Devil's Lake, Wisconsin,
supposedly haunted? I've never heard of it.
Do they have a lot of cheese there?
I love Wisconsin, though.
Mercutio 80, member for 22 fucking months. Oh my god, dude, almost 2 years
old.
Gays, what do you think of Breakfast Club horror remake? I don't know. They did one.
If they did, it could work.
That could actually be badass, dude.
If they actually had that 80s vibe,
dude,
and it wasn't just like
you
a
gotta get
shitty
Emilio Estevez to be the principal.
Yeah, I'm in.
Boat Scoot Boogie. MK2 didn't have enough cage in it. How are you two? We're fine. Dude. I'm doing good. Got a new puppy. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, sinus infection, beating my fucking asshole in. But other than that, doing great, man. Happy to be here with you guys.
Truckin' Inspired. Garth Brooks is still a serial killer. I know.
Chris Gaines. That's Chris Gaines. It's not Garth Brooks. It's Chris Gaines. Everybody knows that.
JT Insel, aka JT Owsley, we know who you are. As I turn 35, I look back at the things I've smashed. A plugged-in toaster, a horse in the back of the stable, my stepmom wearing dad's overalls, and I plan on having a more masterful second half of life. And I'll tell you what, I think all of this should be put on a Broadway play so we can all watch this crazy shit that you've experienced, JT.
What's next? What's next in the world of JT Owsley? Tune in and find out.
Insane. Gary, for me, it depends if I can join her videos because I'm freaky and I don't mind people seeing my hot women. But if she's on her own with all these men watching, that feels disrespectful. Well, yeah.
Okay. So you'd be a supporting partner in that then?
I guess.
If you're into that, man, yeah. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Isn't that, what's that weird dude on Adam Smasher 22, that weird fucking dude that pimps his
Let's,
woman out. I don't know, bro. I'm not down with that. He's like, yeah, but I get threesomes and shit. I was like, yeah, but bro, like you literally like you fucking prostitute your woman on a podcast.
Yeah. If you're a swinger type and you're into it, hell yeah, go for it, dude. Yeah, but if you ask her not to and she still does it, then it's a divorce.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, if that's what gets your kink on. Connor Gardowski. Last week I said I was having a hard time and you guys gave great advice. Jay said that it will always pass, and he was correct. Things are looking up and hard times make hard men wait.
And I'm hard right now.
Yeah, man. That's for sure. Like you go through a really a rough spout, it all passes, dude. Tomorrow, it won't even matter. It won't even matter. When you're all fucked up about today, tomorrow it won't mean shit.
Fucking A.
It's just another day. Robin Barker, the hype for the Batman Part 2 has officially begun. I'm pumped as hell. I am too, dude. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great.
We need it. The DC universe needs it.
It needs time. Well, yeah, you are right. The DC universe definitely needs a home run hitter.
Yeah,
because I don't think Supergirl is going to be it.
By the way, prediction: they take the DCU away from James Gunn. They give it to Matt Reeves. You heard it here first. I think that's what's going to happen.
I don't think Matt Reeves wants it.
Maybe not, but I think they'll try.
They give it back to Snyder. Michael Parton, Jay, can you do a Mrs. Bates impression? Norman. What? Norman. What's the company? What's the studio putting on Jason, the new Jason series?
The Youth Universe, the Jason Youth Universe.
No, I mean, what's the studio? Like, is it Hulu? Where's it going to premiere?
Peacock.
Okay. Jason, my sweet boy. They're gonna put you on Peacock to tell your story. Peacock. They're talking about your little wiener, Jason. Mama doesn't make that. You're my child. You have a big wiener. Go out and show those Peacock boys what you can be, Jason. Don't let those counselors talk about you like that. Slice them all and let them know that you come from good earth, good salt of the earth. Jason. It's so fucking dumb. Tim McChickens, can Slenderman sing end of beginning by DJ? Scream sucks. Well said, Jay. Cheers, love you all. What the fuck? Can Slenderman sing end of beginning by
don't ask me. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know what the fuck that is. What the fuck? How many chicken nuggets did you have before you wrote that? Scream sucks. Well said, Jay. Cheers, love you all. He hates Scream, and that's fine, and I can agree. Scream 2 was the last good one, but either way, I don't know. I don't know that song, dude. I don't know. I don't know. Gary, is the new Cape Fear different? Because I never watched the original. You should. But I do know he was guilty. But in the new trailer, they say he was innocent, so now he wants revenge. You probably gotta watch the first. Like, you gotta watch the movie, dude. Like, watch the movie.
In the original movie, he got screwed over by the lawyers, and one of the lawyers is Nick Nolte. So he's kind of in the right, but he's also a psychopath. So that's
but
how
I mean,
works.
To get a little bit, you probably got to watch the movie. Like,
definitely watch the original.
Yeah,
just watch it. Fucking classic. Scorsese, De Niro, horror.
It's a great movie.
Get in it.
Wild Willie, going back in time to stop a killer. Frequency. That's a great fucking movie.
Film.
God damn,
that's a
great fucking movie, dude.
Right,
watch that shit. Jim Caviezel and Dennis Quaid.
Yes.
Awesome. God Convoy Prime, Dolph Lundgren was He-Man and the Punisher. He was. And I feel like he did a good job. He did a passable job on both. I think his better role was Punisher, not He-Man, but he did a good job.
He was definitely better than Punisher.
Yeah. John Dragon. Hey guys, hope your week is going great. Just saw an early screening of Obsession. Where the fuck do you guys go to get this
Apparently,
shit?
Everyone has tickets but us.
I know. Easily one of the best horror films I've seen of the decade. God damn.
Okay, praise. The Scorsese Cape Fear is a remake, but everybody knows the Cape Fear is the Scorsese film, by the way.
Well, it's a remake, but you like having a background in it makes sense. Please review it when you can. Yeah, dude, like I'm just pissed off that everyone else can get a fucking screener, or not a screener, but just like it was available in my fucking town. I'm sorry, I live in butt fucking Kentucky. Can I get some? Can I have a fucking taster?
Definitely going to see that tomorrow, though. I'm excited about it. It's gonna be good.
Gary says, I was so mad soon as Liu Kang teleported. I knew Katana was going to defeat Khan. I know she's always had a good reason to hate him, but Liu is supposed to be the main character and they're not using him. Well, I'll be honest with you, Gary. I think that the interaction between Liu Kang and Katana was dog shit, because we all know that Liu Kang and Katana get together later on and they have this whole thing, right? Because one could argue that the Mortal Kombat storyline is focused around Liu Kang and Raiden. And when Liu Kang meets Katana, it should be more of a pivotal moment. It felt like it was like, I don't know. It just didn't have the impact that it should have had. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It all felt just pre-telegraphed and corny to me, to be honest.
Gary also says, and since when could Liu Kang teleport? Since Raiden had electric magic. His Zordon type of electricity could teleport you anywhere.
Obviously, these people don't play the games.
Obviously, Gary didn't. Chase Banks, by the way, you're right, Gary. Chase says, my son loved the pep talk. Thanks, guys. Oh
yeah. Swing those balls. I mean, bats at those balls. Get it.
Jarrett, have you guys seen the Arrow TV show? And if you have, who was your favorite Batman villain in the Arrow TV show? My favorite was Deadshot. Well, he was the main guy, right? That he kept on fucking with Stephen Amell's character most of the series.
Yeah, I don't remember the villains enough to actually comment on that part of it as far as the villains go, but I do know that Arrow was a badass fucking show, dude. Stephen Amell did a great job.
Dude, he was so good.
Really good.
Snyder missed an opportunity to put him in his fucking universe without a
100%.
doubt.
Filled the city.
Turlington, boys. OG Top Gun in theaters this week. Goose dies. Well,
fucking spoiler alert, you asshole.
What the fuck, dude?
What if I never saw it before, you fucking bitch?
Emotionless Zombie. Hi, guys. I heard that to nail the role for Obsession, Indy Navarrete studied a lot on Jay's ex-wife's actions to make her character that creepy. Probably so. Probably so. Yeah, probably so. I can't do much more anymore. I can't. I'm not going to get into details, but yeah, you're probably right. Katie Sidebottom, love you guys. Hey, love you, Katie. Thank you so much. Member for 21 months, by the way. Holy shit.
Katie's the fucking best. We love you so much, Katie.
Gary, did you see the Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight launch trailer? They do a rendition of Kiss by a Rose, and it's badass action. It slaps so hard.
I've not seen that, but that sounds like it would go fucking hard.
I
Lego Batman shit's funny.
I want to get the game. The Lego Batman Legacy looks fucking awesome because they go through all the movies, but with Legos and shit. But it's like I'm not paying the money for it right now. I'll wait for it's on sale. But
yeah, the Lego Batman shit's funny as fuck. The movie's still great.
Gary also says if you haven't seen it, you should react to it one day when you do other reactions. I think he's talking about the Batman thing.
Oh yeah.
Matt Roberts. I am 33. The card story was in 04. I found the site he was using and saw he was just copying the
questions.
So I'd write the answers each night at home before class. Okay.
Do what you got. Hey, if you find a magical flute whistle in Mario, are you not going to use it? Use it. I respect it.
All right, Matt.
Do it. Matt.
Good on you, Matt.
Fuck yeah.
Michael says, you guys want great video game movies? Sonic 1, 2, and 3.
You know, I like the Sonic movies. I don't care that much about if they
I haven't seen them.
Do them right. You know, it's like a Sonic. Like I just can't.
It's fucking Sonic, bro.
I can't get excited. But they are good though. I love that they brought Jim Carrey in there.
D. Mitch, boys, do you now think the Street Fighter movie will be better than MK2? Yes. Also, you only get one more concert for the rest of your life. Who you seeing?
Blink-182.
By the way, Street Fighter, it's going to be better because they're having fun. On the trailers, it just looks like they're having fun.
It could be absolute turd juice, but at least it'll feel fresh and new. So like I'm very much more excited for Street Fighter right now. As a movie franchise, I'm way more excited for what Street Fighter has to offer in the future than Mortal Kombat right now.
And one more concert for the rest of my life. Linkin Park.
I would go see Linkin Park.
Hybrid Theory. Every song I liked. Every song.
I would love to. I mean, if you could go see any concert in the history, it'd be Nirvana. But I'm going to go Blink-182 again. Even though I've seen them like 7 times, that would be my last concert till I die, for sure.
And then finally, Austin. How many days would you make it as a cop before you go full Punisher? Day 2. Some of these arrest videos, man. Oh, dude, I watch body cam footage all the most of my subscription on my YouTube feed is body cam footage, and you get disillusioned really quickly with the state of the world. I would go. I don't have the patience to be a cop. I would use up all my taser and my pepper day fucking 1, dude. Just because you're not leaving the mall when I fucking told you to. They don't want you here. You're a bitch at bastard. Get the fuck out of here.
It all depends on where you live. You know,
dude. No.
Where I live, I'd probably be fine. But if I lived in Seattle, I don't know, could be a couple weeks.
If I pull you over and I say, hey, man, and I'm walking up to your car, it's 3:00 in the morning. I'm on a 12-hour shift. This is 11 and a half hours for me. I'm almost done. And I just want to do a random routine fucking traffic stop with you. And all I'm asking for you to provide is your driver's license and proof of insurance. And then you give me this whole fucking sob story about, I don't really have that. What are you talking about? I'm like, please, dude, just tell me that you have something. Give me something. And then you want to act like an asshole and pull a gun on me, you motherfucker. And I'm almost 30 minutes. I'm almost done.
And to be fair, some cops are fucking assholes too.
Yes,
I've dealt with them.
But I'm just trying to get home, and I'm doing a job, a 12-hour shift. And
hey, you pulled me over, pal. I didn't bother you sitting on the side of the road.
I have to because it's part of the job, and they're fucking recording me.
It all depends on if you're the cop bothering someone else minding their business, or if you're the cop that got called to something because somebody was being an asshole. Totally two different things.
No, yeah, well, it's two. Yeah, but here's the thing: I don't want to fucking arrest you because there's paperwork and shit. I got to go back and do work. I don't want to do work. I just want to write a fucking ticket and go about my day. I want to look
cool in my uniform, and I want to eat fucking donuts.
The thing about it is, most cops are probably good guys. I wouldn't want to fucking do the job, but yeah, dude, that would suck. I probably would last a day and a half, and then they would be like, Jay, it's not your career.
It's definitely a situational experience. You know what I mean? The cop can be the asshole. The person can be the asshole. Who knows? All I know is I wouldn't want to be a cop. Not in today's world. Fuck no.
No.
Man of Tomorrow says having Batman in the snow and not having Mr. Freeze as the villain would be a huge missed opportunity. Dude, we didn't think about that. They're teasing Batman in the snow.
Someone mentioned it. Well, I think while you were gone. About that.
Holy fuck, that'd be amazing, dude. Heart of Ice is right there, but honestly, Batman needs a horror. He's one of the few heroes that could actually do a horror movie. You're right. Batman in the snow plus Mr. Freeze, bang, bang, bang the drum. Let's do it. I'm in.
Mr. Freeze would work obviously well. I think they're gonna use Clayface.
Maybe because they are doing the movie. Who knows? Percy says, well, let's try this again. Sorry, Percy, we got a little bit confused. Who wins the Lost Boys Vampires versus reboot Jason with prep and all his weaponry? Look, again, it's the Lost Boys. Like I said this 1,000 times. Jason has been bested by retard fucking campers time and time again. The Lost Boys have some experience. Yeah. They're obviously going to take him down. It's like the Predator. Agree. The Predator always loses. It's the Lost Boys. And could DCEU Batman track, defeat, and capture Winter Soldier?
Yes, easily.
It's Batman, dude. He does it.
He would take his arm and make it a fucking part of his a cup holder in the Batmobile.
He's gonna make it do what it do, baby. 1974 TCM versus The Godfather. I'm going Godfather. Sorry, I love TCM. Godfather's fucking Godfather. Let's put some respect on.
They would just blow up his fucking house.
Going Godfather. Dude.
Yeah, they would put the fucking C4 TNT in the fucking the basement of the fucking TCM house and it blow up. Yeah.
Start up to be a man. Deathstroke versus Wolverine. Wolverine. John Wick versus Predator.
Predator
John
wins.
Wick. Predator can't even beat a fucking a lady with a bow and arrow. John Wick's gonna fucking ruin the Predator.
You shut the fuck up.
I mean, look at history. I'm just talking about history.
The reason why he wins against John Wick, he's not Arnie. Okay, he's not Arnie.
Everyone beats the Predator. The Predator's never won a fucking fight. I mean, John Wick's gonna fucking destroy the Predator.
Them fighting words, and you're opening yourself up.
Look at cinematic history. The Predator always loses. John Wick will butt fuck the Predator. I mean, it's just true.
No, dog.
Think about it.
It ain't it.
Think about it.
Holy shit, guys. Again, another 3-hour and almost 20-minute fucking video.
We can't get a stream in under 3 hours.
I
We
know,
try and we can't fucking do it.
And by the way, some of you guys are like, why don't you guys just do 4 hours? Why don't you go fuck yourself? I'm not doing 4 hours. I'm not.
T Drinker says, love your housemate video. So if I appreciate it, I'm glad someone watched it because YouTube didn't show it to anybody.
Yeah, 4 hours is a lot, dude. 4 hours videos are a lot. And we love you guys, and we love the support, and we love interacting, but Jesus Christ, dude. At some point, you gotta call it a day. You gotta call it a day.
It's on us. We got to get to the chat quicker than we get to the chat. It's all on us. It's all on us.
Nonetheless, you guys turned out tonight. You always turned out on Wednesday. We love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. We'll be back at it next week. Wednesdays.
Right back at it again. Just like we've always been.
Sliding in.
It's a cool of school. You ain't here to make no friends. DJ Graham. Either Penguin or Mr. Freeze is the perfect villain to fight.
I'll be honest with you.
I forgot about Penguin. Yeah.
No, dude. No. They've already played it. Colin Farrell is the best iteration of Penguin, period. But if he's not going to be in the movie,
know about that cold weather, though.
I want to see a Mr. Freeze done right. If I had to pick between the two, I want to see a Mr. Freeze. But
that's true. At this point, I'd be more Mr. Freeze, dude. If you said it right. If we're gonna do Batman in the snow, Mr. Freeze, put him in the game, Jim. Put him in the fucking game. Yeah. We love you guys.
Bye, guys.
We love you.
I gotta get out of here
on
before
Wednesday.
I fucking collapse on the fucking chair.
Appreciate you guys so fucking much. Love you.
Love you guys.
Have a great fucking week. We'll see you in a week, but with some videos in between. Maybe slowly tickle your butts with a feather. Who knows? Could happen. I'd like to. I want to. I want to come over. I want to give you some Gatorade. Make sure you're, I just want to make sure you're liquidated. I want to make sure that you're hydrated. Make sure you're ready for the night. Have you a nice healthy dinner. Have you a salad, maybe some chicken and broccoli. Not broccoli because that'll get you gassy. We don't want you gassy. All right. We want to maybe some Doritos. Yeah, Doritos are good. Just some Doritos. Maybe some eggs. I don't know. Whatever. Some protein, a little bit of carbs. Just want to have you ready. Just have you nice and hydrated. Maybe a Gatorade. Maybe a water. Maybe a smart water if you're feeling fancy. And then, I'm gonna cook you a TV dinner, maybe a kid cuisine, but like what we're going to do though is we're going to cut out, a little part of the kid cuisine that has the brownie in it. This is what you want to do. You want to cut out the brownie and you want to set it aside. You put the kid cuisine in the microwave. Okay. Put the kid cuisine in the microwave and you cook the corn and the nuggies and the mashed potatoes. And then you cook it in there. But like the brownie batter stays over here cold to the side. So you have a nice cold treat afterwards. And then you got all your ingredients, your accoutrement, if you will, that's going on. Right. And then you've got your carbs going, you've got your sugars going, you've got your protein going, you got a little bit of everything. All right. And like God Convoy said, you got to have a little bit of, this. Gotta have. Yeah, that's what you say when you pull it out. You pull it out of the. You pull out of the microwave. You pull it right out of the microwave. That's what you do. That's what you do. Your dinner's.
Fingers in your butt.
And then we're off. We're fucking off, and we're ready to go. Think about that. Take that into your gullets. Think about next Tuesday night, next Wednesday night. Have you nice, have you nutritionalized, have you ready. Okay. Have you ready. Enjoy your week. I love you. All good things. The ball goes around Everything goes around, all in good time. Have a great night. I love you guys so much. The ball goes in the hole. Everyone wins.